welcome back to DR Sports for the Saturday Football Show. We're back again. It's myself and it's Matty Renton in the building. How are you?
Yeah, very good, mate. Good to be back. Good to be home.
It's been a while, mate.
It's
been a while.
First one this season. Looking forward to it, mate. Good to be back in the second home.
Absolutely. We've also got Dan, the West Ham fan today. How are we, fella? Round of applause for him in the studio.
Very good, mate. You know what? Not so happy since I just looked over my shoulder. Of all the places to put this Spurs flag, you had to put this right over my shoulder. You ain't got no West Ham ones.
I think they sold out those ones, unfortunately.
Too popular.
Yeah, that's it. And on my right, lateness is greatness. As always, it's Matisse. How are you
doing?
Yeah?
Good to be back. Good to be back.
I know he's a Chelsea fan.
No, we have rivalry. We do it weekly, so he knows what it is. And I know what he's about to do as well. He's about to bring up some silly rumour, but we're going to get there.
Okay, well, I'm sure, I think I'm aware of what you're talking about. Before we get into the 3 o'clock kickoffs today on DR Sports, the Saturday Football Show, don't forget, become a member of the channel. We've got the link in the video for you there in the chat. You get extra perks, you get badges, emojis, your super chats get fast forward to the top of the queue, and you get access to a load of early content as well on DR Sports. So you can't go wrong, especially during a time when we've got the boxing on DR Sports, we've got the football as well. So it's a great time to get involved. Let's have a look at the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League today then. We've all predicted our scores as well, gents, which we will reveal at the end of the show. Matty notoriously does quite well in these, so we'll see if he can come back with a bang. Crystal Palace Villa, 3 o'clock. Just a couple of thoughts on that one, Matty.
Interesting. Vieira, Gerrard. For me, I think Palace are going to get the job done without giving away my score prediction.
Oh, of course, don't do that.
And I think I do fancy Palace. I mean, Villa, for me, this year, it's make or break for Gerrard. With the squad he's got, they should be doing better, they should be playing better, the results should be better. Patrick Vieira at Palace, what we've seen so far, look brilliant. I mean, Eze against Liverpool the other night was outstanding. So it could be a bit of a goal fest, that one, actually.
Absolutely. Everton, Forest, Matisse, are you expecting any upsets here?
Lampard needs to get 3 points now. Like, this is very, very important. We know that they're going to be in a relegation battle. We can see by the transfer window that they're struggling. They're struggling to get players in. And the ambition. You know, Everton Football Club are huge. I know you won't want me saying it because you're a Liverpool fan, but they're meant to be doing a lot better than this. But, yeah, I think relegation scrapping. If you don't beat Forest at home, for me, that's alarm bells ringing already, because that's the kind of result that you need to get if you're going to stay up. So we saw it last season. We'll be back again.
Interesting. Dan, Fulham Brentford, the West London derby, the wrong side of London for you, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? It's probably not one of the more sort of ferocious derbies going. But, yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one because both teams look, I think, to be surprise packages this season. Like Fulham, everyone tipped them to go down. They come out flying against Liverpool. Yep. Brentford as well. They're looking pretty good. They've strengthened from last season. Both got, you know, 2 really good goal threats in Tony and Mitrovic. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a very tough game and the hardest game to call of all of them today.
There you go. In the last 3 o'clock kickoff, Leicester, Southampton. Again, could be a tight one. Both teams. I mean, Leicester will be buoyant after the news that Vardy has signed a 2-year extension. But you never know what you can get.
Yeah,
with both of them, Leicester and Southampton.
What was he, like 38 now or so?
35, I think he is now.
Big 40th next week, going to Vegas, I think. Vardy's in Vegas.
Probably be Maguire before for the...
But
he loves it.
Hassan, he's got to be on thin ice. Like, surely now. A lot of Southampton fans seem to be getting a bit fed up with him. I can't see them. We don't want to give anything away, but he has to win this. This is must win, surely.
Another team that you expect to struggle, I'd say, this season.
Big time. Yeah.
So there's a good group of them, 6 of them or 7 of them that are going to be in for a long season. So
absolutely. The late kickoff today, the Cherries versus the Gunners on the South Coast. That's a 5:30 kickoff. We will look forward to that as well. But don't forget, we have just witnessed Tottenham get the 3 points at home to Wolves, Matty. It was a hard-fought game, came with the goal, gets them over the line in the end.
Exactly how I would have seen that game going, to be honest. A close game, Wolves probably not scoring, and one of Tottenham's star players popping up with the all-important goal. That's what Tottenham have to do. Got the job done today. Kane on the 64th minute. And that's the result they'll be after. Conte again, good start to the season. Wolves spent money this week, sold as well with Gibbs White for
some business, that, by the way. That's got to be up there. Getting that much money from Morgan Gibbs White as well, yeah. Allegedly, you know. Big up to everyone getting involved in the comments already. Ash L with the super chat. Conte ball horrid again. Matisse, get on Tobes' neck.
I mean, it's hard to get on Tobes' neck when they've won the game, and obviously we haven't played. But I watched the first half, and they were dire. And You know, Wolves are a tough team, though. You know, they did really well in all these big fixtures last year, especially Arsenal. They remember them scraping through 1-0s, and we struggled against Wolves as well. I think we dropped points. So you're just happy to get away from Wolves. They're always well structured. They're always organised. They're always difficult to beat. And for me, Tottenham right now, we saw it last week. They're not exactly at their best, but you gotta get through these results and just drag them out of nowhere. So that's what they're doing at the moment. And
I hate to say it, but Richarlison actually looked good when he come on as well. He looks like he's going to be a good addition to that team.
It's what's needed. Lucas Moura, Bergwijn, these players weren't making the impact off the bench. They came on, we laughed, we sniggered, we said, "Oh, this is weaker. This is a hindrance to their team." If anything, they're playing against them. Do you know what I mean? And now when you bring on Richarlison, that's what they spent the 60 million for, is just to have that extra upgrade when you come on, that extra intensity, energy. And he's so emotional as well. He plays on emotion, and Conte loves that. Like, he always needs a Costa, a Lukaku, a Richarlison, anyone who plays on emotion who can get a charge out of. Game over.
10D item is a DR Sports member. He's got a little DR Sports emoji there in the chat. He says, great to see Matty back on the Saturday Football Show.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. There's a lot of love for Matty in the comments. Tiz says, big up Matisse. Spurs not going to make top 4, says Jabba Ranks 2012. Interesting name, that.
Great name.
Fernandez Magnifico says, a Maguire to Chelsea, Matisse.
There we go.
Here we are.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Might
It's
as
took
well.
this long, actually.
Yeah, I mean, what was the hold up?
Go to the bridge, Matisse.
What was the hold up on that one? Listen, I seen that in the late hours of last night. That's when I decided to cry myself to sleep. You know.
What time is this? What time did you finally get off?
It was all a dream.
It sounds like a nightmare.
It was a whirlwind.
I don't why are you so upset about
Why am I so upset? What do you mean, why am I so upset? Come on now.
Stamford Bridge.
The bigger picture.
Can I not see the vision? Yes, I've had it explained to me by numerous Manchester United fans over the course of last night. He plays in the back three. He's better in that system. Don't you remember him at Hull City? The ball playing ability, the carrying, the progressive carries. They were bringing out per 90 stats from like 4 years ago. Leicester teams and whatnot. Listen, yeah, of course. Listen, even if by some wild, you know,
What number would he be?
55?
80?
help.
The fridge model number?
help at the back.
048765.
No, but honestly, even if he did suit our system in a way, I don't want to play on that that level of low confidence coming in. I think personally, if Maguire's leaving Man United, he should be going to the Serie A. I think he needs to get out of the country. He needs all the limelight off of him, all the media frenzy attention off of him. Go off into the sun. Get a lovely warm weather, some Italian pasta into you, and just play the football that you want to play out there.
You don't think Tuchel could build his confidence back up? Him coming
Get
to
that all
Chelsea.
in Chelsea, though.
You know,
I would rather Fofana. I'd rather take someone who's confident, who's on the upward
that's just
trajectory.
the sexy option. That's
No,
what
it's
you want.
it's the better option. You know it is. Would you
Double the
have
price option
Maguire?
as well,
Would you?
No, I said this to my mate Jace, right? I would have Maguire, but not on the wages. Like, he's on ridiculous wages. What, like 200 grand a week?
What do you think his strengths are?
He's a good defender if you want that last ditch.
I don't think many people
Low
want
block.
that, though.
Nah,
Doesn't that
you
mean
need
you've made
to-
a mistake, though, if you're
Yeah,
doing
but
last ditch?
against certain teams, like if you're up against like the Man Cities and the Liverpools, where you're gonna be in that situation, backs against the wall type of
I
thing.
dunno.
We've got Dawson.
We
who
beat them
does that.
9-0 on aggregate last season.
This is
And he played both games.
This is the important
Oh,
point.
Yeah, because
facts,
they,
mate,
but he
not
just-
opinions.
yeah, but I know that.
Well.
But at the same time, look how high the line they play and the players around.
But this is the thing.
Gets exposed.
Top teams usually play counter pressing. This is the modern era, right? You want to counter press from the front, win the ball high up the pitch, be aggressive, be assertive. How can you do that with a player that can't play in a high line? That means that you're either not moving up in a block properly and pressing all the way through, or you're having gaps in midfield because you have to play a mid block because Maguire's not quick enough, which is what happened to Man United against you guys, right? You wanted to press with Ronaldo. Well, they wanted to press with Ronaldo and Fernandes. That didn't work. Then you cut them up at Old Trafford and just played right through them, and Maguire's not quick. So nice try, but we're trying to be progressive. We have a German coach. We want to press from the front. You saw it against Tottenham, etc. If Maguire's going to move club, he needs to go to a team that sit off a little bit, a bit deeper, defending your box, header of balls away, etc. Stuff like that. So, yeah, there's no movement on that. There's no legs to that either. That's not happening.
The English player mold. You like the Barclays, the Drinkwaters. You love these.
Listen, I've set up a
signings. Come
protest
on.
at Stamford Bridge before. I'll do it again. All right.
So are you saying that if you sign Maguire, you will protest at Stamford Bridge?
Yes.
Well, there it
And
is.
also, you need a centre back, so don't be too cheeky.
Don't you dare. The last
got
time
some
he came
injuries
to
as well.
Anfield, it was 4-0.
Yeah, Van Dijk's looked
No.
shaky.
He has.
Oh,
mate.
give
He has.
over.
Kanate's injured, Matip's
No.
injured, so you never know. Think
We've already
about
got a couple of Beckos in the hospitality lounges, and they're fridges, by the way. So other fridge brands are available, of course, I should say. Big up to Tendi Item, who sends in his favourite emoji. It's a Don Robbie emoji. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it is, eh?
It's the actual face. That is actually Don Robbie. He says, it's my favourite emoji, ... become a member. So if he can't tell you to become a member, then no one can, because he's showing you the emojis right there. Big up to Ali EM, who says F the Spurs. Obviously not happy with that. Alex, what time is the USYK Joshua fight? I think the ring walk's about 10:15.
Yeah.
10:20,
Just
something
after
like
10,
that.
yeah.
Really looking forward to
Mao, Tottenham fan, who says we're top of the league. We're top of the league. Tottenham Hotspur, we're top of the league.
it. Lovely.
No shame.
Short-lived.
Yeah.
Enjoy it
Well,
while
technically
it is.
he's right.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
about.
I'd
yeah.
rather
Right.
be there in May, but, you know, we'll see what happens with Tottenham.
Simon asks, are Manchester United getting relegated?
Big chance. I'd love to see it. The downfall of Manchester United is one of the greatest things to ever happen in football, by the way. As a
I mean, I'm
Newcastle fan,
totally with
they ruined my childhood in the
Really?
80s. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a brilliant
Yeah,
thing
but
to
the thing
see.
is,
until-
you grew up, right, somewhere where like everyone's a Newcastle fan. Imagine growing up in London where there was just majority Man United fans. Or Arsenal
Disgraceful,
fans.
isn't it?
All
Yeah,
of these
it is.
glory hunters. That
But there
could
was
jump
that
on
in
the
in my
bandwagon.
school as well. In the playground, you would see Manchester United tops with Van Nistelrooy on the back and that, and you would just obviously it didn't last long. They would get
Geordies?
bullied.
With a
Geordies?
Aye, honestly,
I actually know a Scouser who's a Man United fan, and I will not ever reveal his name on a stream. But he's
house
from
we get
Walton
egged.
as well, which is like the most Scouse place you could come from. It's
How does
mad.
that even happen?
His dad is something
We
to
hunted
do
it,
with,
seen it on Match
People
Today.
move house and all these things.
Actually, that's
It
a good
happens.
question. Let's debate it or ask the audience as well. Have you ever heard of something like that? So have you ever heard of, I don't know, someone from Madrid who supports Barcelona, someone from East London that supports, I don't know, Newcastle? Something like that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
So give it,
Couple of
give it
years.
10
To be
years.
fair, when I was 8, I actually supported Newcastle for like the first 3 years. Like, I got
Well
into
done, mate.
football,
Well
and
done.
then I realised
So
what
you-
geography was, and then was like, "What is going on?" This thing miles away.
No,
So,
yeah,
so have
yeah.
you just admitted that you used
Glory
to support
hunter.
Newcastle?
Yeah.
Mate?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Did you mean to
I
do
don't
that,
think
really? Because that's something I could press you on in future
Nicky's
shows.
not
I
gonna
really
like
feel
that,
like I could
mate.
take
Listen,
advantage of that
Nicky
now.
and Jace won't like
Do you know
that.
what the worst thing is? I stopped supporting Newcastle as they started getting in the Champions League, and then started supporting West Ham when they got relegated.
So you can't be a glory
You
hunter.
are
Yeah.
right now Maguire in a high line, exposing all your weaknesses, all of your flaws. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to remember that.
Alan
hold that
Shearer.
He's sacking off West Ham fan TV. He's come up to the Magpie channel.
There are pictures of
Like,
me as a
good to see
kid
you.
with Newcastle tops.
Ooh.
on.
See, guys,
See,
this is
again, I
why
wouldn't admit
he's
that
so
on the
down on
stream.
Emerson Palmieri. You got to watch out for these West Ham fans. Not all of them are true.
It's DR Sports exclusive. There you go.
He sounds like a West Ham fan.
Yeah.
What's your Geordie accent like?
Do you know what? I don't know, late way.
What on earth is that?
He looked at Matty for approval, and
not
Matty's just
getting
like,
it.
"You're not
Yeah,
getting it
yeah,
off
I
of
was
me."
trying
mate."
to channel him.
not happening.
I was thinking, right, how does he talk?
He dropped away eye, of course he did.
I don't even
I
know
had
what
to,
that
that's
was.
how
What
you
did you
do it.
say then?
You know, hey, you want some?
What the hell is that? It's like a bad Robert De Niro.
Right, no,
impression.
right,
Hey,
now
you've
you've
got
got
it.
it. Come
You are creating
hell?
very clippable content. We really
Trust
do
me.
appreciate
We've got
it.
like 5 clips.
Because they can only have so many, and I feel like
14,
he's taken them
14
all.
minutes in. I hope Kane's working
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
100%.
TikTok's blowing up already. And they're done, yeah. Like,
Right, I'm gonna on London Club's Carnage. I'm gonna come with my proper. You can't put me on the spot like this.
Newcastle
I need to
kit?
warm
I think
up.
you
No,
put
my
yourself
accent.
on the spot, mate.
Fair enough.
You know. Joe Chilcott says Hudson-Odoi to Newcastle needs to happen. Also, see you tomorrow, Renty.
see you tomorrow, mate.
What's that at the match?
Yeah, fan cam. He comes on the fan cam. This is
Big up, Joe.
Yeah.
Any chance of that
There
Hudson-Odoi to
is,
Newcastle?
yeah,
Would you
well-
like that as well?
Apparently, there's about 20 clubs that have inquired for Hudson-Odoi, Newcastle being one of them. So, amongst the Premier League teams that are linked, Leicester, Southampton, Newcastle, I've just got a feeling he might go abroad, me. Like, I'm not sure what you think about it.
I don't know. I think right now it depends on the offer. If it's I think Chelsea would prefer to loan. Todd Boehly came out and stated that as well. So if you guys are offering a loan deal, you'll probably be head of the queue. There's some clubs trying to buy. It's funny with him because as much as he quote unquote underperforms quite a bit compared to Chelsea standard, whenever he's available, everybody flocks in. There's like always loads of clubs coming in. So I think Dortmund were there as well, but I think it will depend on loan or buy.
Our owners are obviously nice and friendly now, aren't they? I don't know if you've
They
seen
are.
that. Amanda Staveley was at the game last weekend, and
Yeah.
they've got a joint venture of £750 million investing in
Wouldn't mind
hotels
getting
across the
involved
world.
in that in some way.
Yeah, me as well. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Me as well, mate.
Yeah, I mean, owner's lovely.
Ask
Good
her if
meal,
she
good
needs
food.
fan cams. Why not? On that topic of people that you thought supported other teams but didn't, Doyle was an Everton fan growing up, wasn't he? Says Michael. Absolutely not. I will not have that slander on the channel. Dio says, my cousin lived in Barcelona for 15 years, but he's a serious Madrid fan. There you go. Very controversial.
Wait a minute, I think I met you at the DR's, Don Robbie, no, it was Arsenal Fan TV party. You told me you was a West Ham fan.
What?
Or your dad was a West Ham fan or something like that.
No, my dad liked West Ham, but...
And then you
hang
started supporting
on,
West Ham.
Don't try this.
And
Just
then
because you
betrayed us.
put yourself
This
in the
is
mud. Don't try and drag me with you.
This is the creme de la creme.
You're down there, mate.
Beautiful.
No, Liverpool for life. My dad used to play for Yeovil, but he had a soft spot for West Ham because he grew up in like East London.
Soft spot, is that what we're saying? Not support.
No, you had their shirt, mate, running around going cheer around the playground. Don't
he
get on
was
to
as
me.
well.
He
He was, I can see it in his face.
But you know what? I just thought the name sounded cool. I was like 6 years old and I thought, oh wow, Newcastle. Like, I thought, what's a West Ham? Like, what is that? Newcastle, wow.
Prince DM says I saw Matisse in an Arsenal shirt back in the day.
Yeah. We all lie. We all lie,
that true?
don't we? No one has seen me back in no day because I'm not about. I'm not outside. I'm in doing
You're
nerd tax
inside.
at home, maths homework all the time. You won't see me outside. So
Love it, man.
No, it doesn't exist.
And now you're on DR Sports.
Yeah.
So well done.
Tell him to bring out the footage.
Yeah. Mazza Marston says plastic hammer.
Listen, if I'm plastic, right? If I'm plastic and I've gone through years of suffering,
Two clubs of suffering.
Yeah, you haven't chose two good clubs there, like.
I know. I could have stuck with Newcastle when they was playing Champions League and all of this, that, and the other, but no, I decided to go and suffer some more.
Elsewhere.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Aaron Cresswell. That's all you have to say to him is Aaron Cresswell. It triggers every single one.
I
of
saw
them.
him in Liverpool the other week, actually.
quality.
He's
Really?
Scouser, isn't
Jeez,
he? Come
hopefully
out
he's
of
going.
a Taylor suit.
Hopefully he's
Taylor
going to Everton.
I think he's a big Liverpool fan, though.
Yeah, he is. He is a Liverpool fan. There was a point where you guys were going to sign him, and maybe if you did, we would have had.
I think we got Robertson instead. Well, I'm not sure about that.
I love it. It's such a trigger point. That Frankfurt.
Hurts me.
Yeah.
I'm an Ajax fan, says Sultana, but I live in Rotterdam, Feyenoord, but I grew up in an Ajax family. That's quite bad. In Holland, that's quite a big,
That's
you know.
yeah.
And the Ajax fans have you seen them when they get going? Maybe
They
some of the
got-
best in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, when they get going and singing and the flares, unbelievable, unbelievable. Nerd Tax says Timbo family with the laughing faces. I started watching football Euro 2008. Been behind Liverpool ever since. Says Kid Leroy.
Well,
Clever guy.
2008, Fernando Torres era.
Yeah, that was. Jammy Spurs says Truth Media. I mean, it was slightly jammy in the way that there wasn't many open kind of chances. Tottenham obviously dominated possession, but do you think this goes into the jammy category as a win for Tottenham today?
no, I don't think you could call that win jammy. It was just it was hard for them to really, get at Wolves, but they were the better side, really, and it hurts me to say that.
It does. Believe me. More than you can believe it does hurt.
More than you
Don't show toes. Don't show toes.
Absolutely. Right, let's get into some of the lineups. We like doing this on DR
let's
Sports
get into it.
before the 3 o'clock kickoff, so 12 minutes away. Crystal Palace versus Villa. I'll do Palace, you do Villa?
Yeah, let's do it.
Happy days. Guito in goal. Ward, Anderson, the much maligned Anderson by Liverpool fans after his antics to get Nunes sent off. Obviously, I don't condone what happened to him after in terms of the abusive messages. But he's with Gay at the back. Mitchell, Doucouré, Schlupp, Ayew, Eze, Zaha and Edouard starts today, Matty.
Aye, big start for Edouard. That chance for Shane. Villa, this is what I'm saying about the pressure being on Gerrard. This starting 11 for me is right up there after the top six, of course. Martinez in goal, Matty Cash, Konza, Mings, Digne is at the back line. John McGinn, obviously new captain of Villa this year. Kamara, new signing as well from Marseille. Yeah. Ramsey, Bailey, Watkins and Buendia up top. Obviously no Coutinho.
No Coutinho or
Villa.
Ings or Douglas Luiz.
On the bench, Ings. On the bench, Coutinho. So...
Wow.
Look at the strength of that
Ings
squad,
on the
man.
When
bench.
you have
Do you know what,
Coutinho
that's
on the
something.
bench, that is insane. Like,
I think he took a knock last week, though, didn't he?
He
Did
took a
not?
knock,
He went
and
off, didn't he?
also a few Villa fans that I know have been calling for Buendia to start over Coutinho in that kind of 10.
Scored, didn't he?
Came
He
on the other day, scored after 5 minutes, so he deserves the start today. Next up, we've got Everton versus Nottingham Forest, who we got for the Toffees.
Pickford in goal, Holgate, Cody, Tarkowski, obviously new centre-back partnership there for the Toffees. Patterson, Davies, Iwobi, who's actually been doing well in midfield. Alex
Central
Iwobi.
midfield, he's like Joel Linton.
He's not that good.
Wouldn't go that
He's not that
wouldn't
good.
go that far.
But he's Miolenko, Gordon, Rondon starts up front. Salomon Rondon with Damari Gray.
And on the bench, who have Everton got today?
Keane's on the bench, McNeil's on the bench, another new signing. Dele Alli, who's obviously linked
With
to
Besiktas.
go to Turkey, yeah. Not just to get his teeth done, he is going to get a transfer. And then Forest
Other
as
procedures are available in
Or just
Turkey,
a
we
holiday.
should say. Or just a holiday.
Nice beaches.
Robbie is actually going to Turkey tomorrow.
Hair transplant?
Funnily enough, that's what Expression said, but it's not. It's not. Right, Forest, they've made 16 signings. They've just got another one in the door yesterday. He's now their number 10, I believe, Morgan Gibbs-White. Who do they line up with? I mean, obviously this team has never started together before. Whatever it is, I haven't even seen it.
Team is Henderson, Worrell, Cook, McKenna, Williams, Mangala,
Nico, yeah.
O'Brien, Toffolo, Jesse Lingard, Brennan Johnson and Awani, the record signing, but he was before Gibbs-White, wasn't he?
Until
Gibbs-White is on the bench, of course, today.
Incredibly lucky against us last weekend. It'll be interesting to see if their luck carries over because they weren't that good. And Lingard
West Ham weren't great
did
though,
nothing.
mate. I
No,
have to
we
say.
weren't great, but come on, like we dominated the game.
Awful
It was
penalty by
unrealistic.
penalty,
Declan,
though.
wasn't it?
That
Awful.
penalty was. He shouldn't have been taking penalties.
Nah, he shouldn't.
be
Try
taking
to
penalties.
wears the captain's armband, thinks he's noble. You know, he needs to put that down.
Ooh,
Not the
shots.
armband, just the penalties. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Trying to be Jorginho. Not for everyone.
Terrible penalty.
But
No, it's not
Lingard,
for everyone.
I don't expect him to do much today either. I just don't think he's going to be a good transfer for Forest.
You're very salty. Very, very salty.
Jason was extremely salty when he was on a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago as well. South London's finest B says AGT Brendan Rodgers just said Tielemans is not in the right frame of mind to start. Obvious, him and Fofana want to leave.
And Madison.
You know, they go one step forward by getting Vardy in for 2 more years and go 2 steps back because, you know, Harvey Barnes, Maddison, Fofana, Vardy's been linked away as well. Tielemans, all these guys are getting linked away and they're not bringing anyone in.
Kasper's left as well.
Kasper Schmeichel's left after 11 years, gone to Nice. I mean,
Is this
I'm not
a
being funny.
potential
Nice.
team that could be relegated in
Whoa,
the coming
whoa,
years?
In the coming
You
years.
say whoa, whoa, whoa.
Come
but
on,
Whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa.
if they
That's
don't
big.
replace adequately, with their scouting system's always been incredible, right? But the whole spine is going. Like Schmeichel,
I don't think they're
Fofana,
all going this
Tielemans.
season,
No,
though.
but their contracts are running out.
It's interesting to see what they do if they do get a big check for Fofana or Madison.
Yeah, their
If they
scouting
would
needs to-
reinvest it.
Yeah,
If
but-
not, then they are
But
absolutely
they got to
screwed.
get
There'll
that
be relegation
check soon.
candidates in a couple of years if they're not.
Yeah.
If they
If,
don't
they,
replace
if they're
these
going to
guys.
sell soon, so you have the
That's what
time
I'm
to
saying.
bring them
Yeah.
in. Why they seem to be leaving it late? And
Mad-
it's interesting because a lot of West Ham fans, like last season, a couple of seasons ago, were talking about how jealous we were of their owners, and now it seems to be a bit of a shambles.
The issue is with the owners, obviously King Power, all their money comes from duty free, doesn't it? So through the pandemic, their profits have been hit massively. That's why they haven't been able to really reinvest. And then now, it's like they've hit the ceiling for me. Leicester.
Yeah.
Oh,
They've
yeah,
won
big
the
time.
FA Cup, and they're never going to get the Premier. I think the players are maybe looking around and thinking, what's next? Do you mean
Yeah.
what's the next challenge here? Because this is as big as we can get, unfortunately. Because I do like Leicester, very well run club. Like you see, scouting's been fantastic, but maybe they are on the downslope now.
Is it a failure of Brendan Rodgers that he wasn't able to build on what they'd achieved and capitalise and the way they dropped off?
They should
from
have
the
gone
top six?
again and reached another level, but he hit the ceiling.
He hit the ceiling.
He hit
That
the
FA Cup
ceiling.
win is the ceiling right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't get any better than
Against
that
you,
for-
wasn't it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Right, let's get it back into the lineups. The West London derby, Fulham. How do they line up?
Got ex-gunner Bernd Leno in goal. Tete.
Debut?
Yeah, it is his debut. Yeah,
think
number
it is.
17 jersey.
Weird.
Ream is the captain. Robinson, Reed, Alves, Falfina, Gonçalves. I don't know what he's actually just got in the back of his shirt because it's a bit long. Reed, Pereira, Stansfield. That must be a young in Stansfield.
he's got on the back of his shirt, I think.
65 Stansfield with Mitro up top. Would he be on fire today? Let's see.
Who knows? And Brentford, obviously in great mood after smashing Manchester
yeah.
United 4-0 last week. How do they go today?
Rea, Hickey, Janssen, Ben Mee, who got on the score sheet last week. Rico Henry, De Silva, Norgard, Jensen, Mbuemo, Tony and Vissa up top for the Bees.
On fire, the front three at Brentford today. And obviously everyone else is helping out with goals as well, like De Silva. Leicester, Southampton. We just touched on Leicester today. How do they line up?
Leicester's lineup is Ward in goal. Obviously, no Schmeichel, as we've just said. got a massive advert in the middle of that, so I can't read the team.
I'm literally looking at his phone and a massive advert. It's just
massive advert in the middle of the full
Unreal.
screen. So
I'll
if you
get
can
it
get it up, that'd be great.
And the volume as well, so turn that up.
Matty
nightmare.
No promo
Matty
for
Redden.
that. Blame Sky Sports. I'm not me.
Yeah, shocking. Castagne, Evans, Amate and Justin at the back. Ndidi holding the midfield with Ayoze Perez, former Mag. Dewsbury Hall, who I really like, to be fair. I think he's an excellent player, a proper baller. Madison in the middle with him as well. Harvey Barnes out wide and Jamie Vardy up top. Soyuncu, Tielemans, Albrighton, Iheanacho, Daka, Mendy, Prate, Thomas, all on the bench. that is an impressive bench.
It is actually.
Iheanacho,
I'd have an Iheanacho
really,
at
he
Newcastle
should be.
right now.
He should be taken over from Vardy.
We should be
Vardy
signing
shouldn't have to
Iheanacho.
be signing a 2-year deal. It should be Daka and Iheanacho.
Yeah,
who are
exactly.
scoring the
Like,
goals.
what is going on?
I thought Patson Daka was going to be a good sign as well. He came with a.
I forgot
bit of a
Perez was
profile.
still there, you know.
He never normally
Ayoze
gets a game,
Perez.
so that must be his first start in a while. He never normally gets a game.
From Tenerife, actually, Perez. Southampton, how do the Saints line up today? Matty.
We'll see. Let's have a look at Southampton's lineup.
Another ad.
We've changed it up. We've got Basunu in goal. Southampton for me are going to struggle this season, like big time. Walker, Peters, Bella, Salasu, Jenepo at the back. Ward-Prowse, Lavia, Elyounousi, Mora, Adam Armstrong and Aribo up top.
Again, some big names on the bench. Theo Walcott, Diallo, Armstrong, Adams, Romeu. So there is depth in that team, but again, like Leicester, you just don't know which Southampton team are going to turn up, and if Ward-Prowse has a good day or not. They're kind of reliant on him.
They quoted us 60
Totally
mil
random.
for Ward-Prowse. What do you think that they should have took less and just sold
Here's
him?
a
or do you think-
controversial one that you won't like. I think he's better than Declan Rice.
What? Come on.
Different players. But
Yeah,
No, come on. Don't start to.
Well, controversial. I told you it's controversial.
Come on.
I told you. Someone said in the comments that Rice was worth 120p. Rice is worth 30 mil in a pack of crisps, apparently. Declan Rice.
The Gibbs White transfer really puts into perspective of Declan Rice's value. What
It
His
doesn't,
stocks
though,
aren't
because that's
high
the
right
last
now.
I
though.
think
Right.
Declan Rice's value is dependent on the fact that he won't sign a new contract and that he's going to run his contract down. So even if you do believe he's worth 100, 110, he's not going to go for that because his contract's going to keep winding down. Unless if you guys had sold him now, this summer, you probably would have got your max selling price. Right now, you're allowing it to go on. So without replacing him as well.
Like I said, yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, there's
He
what,
won't sign
2
a new
years?
contract, you know that, right?
Listen, if we keep offering 8-year deals, then yeah, of course he's not going to sign that. But yeah, we have to see what we achieve this season. We need to show ambition and we need to start winning things for him to go, do you know what? All right, let me sign a little extension or a little 2-year deal or something like that.
I think the only way you're going to get him signed a new deal is if you put a release clause in it.
Which, depending on the cost, I'd put like 100 mil release clause.
No.
Where you
100
no.
I didn't mean 100. I meant 80 or 70.
That is more than you can
Something
believe.
that we can afford.
Yeah, you just want a good price for Chelsea. That's what you're just thinking of yourself.
Well, I'm here to negotiate. two jobs in one.
Nah, the players you're offering us are not good, man.
What? Well, Gallagher? Well, no, you wanted Borja, you wanted Gallagher, you wanted
You didn't
a
give
lot
us-
of players from us, actually.
Yeah, you're playing hardball with us, so.
We'll get back into that because there's a lot of comments in the chat. Matty, who is in the Championship today? Don't forget, we're not just a Premier League show. We love to talk about the Championship, League 1, League 2, and the German League always kicks off
Yeah, it
around
does
this
for
time
some
as
reason.
well.
That's
So
good stuff.
what's going on in the Championship today?
Got obviously Burnley at home to Blackpool. Vincent Kompany's Burnley trying to get promoted back to the big time. We've got Preston at home to Watford. Watford similar, newly promoted, newly relegated side, shall I say. Reading, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Blackburn. Bit of a clash that we could have seen years gone by in the Premiership. The same with Stoke versus Sunderland as well. Two ex-Premier League teams.
You're happy that that's not a Premier League game, I guess.
I want Sunderland to come back up.
Really?
He does.
I
He
want
said
that
this
derby
before.
game.
Someone
I
in the
want that
comments
derby.
saying they saw you were a Mackham and then you're a Newcastle
Yeah, we go.
fan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Swansea, Luton, West Brom, Hull rounds up the Championship, so we'll be getting all them scores to you as they go in.
Who's in the
As
top
they
6
happen.
at the moment, just to see? Because apparently Millwall
Blackburn
have
had
been
a good
doing well,
start.
apart from they
Blackburn
lost
had a very
yesterday.
good start. They must be up there.
I think Millwall have started quite well, to be
Yeah,
fair.
they lost yesterday to Norwich.
Blackburn
but
are top, Hull
Yeah.
are second. The playoff positions, you've got Watford, Sheffield United, Norwich and Cardiff. Millwall are seventh. Lingering in the bottom three is Steve Bruce's West Brom, which is no surprise. Luton and Coventry City in the bottom three as well.
Mill will keep teasing this playoff thing. They're always around about like
they
7th
do.
to 10th.
Would you like to see Millwall in the Prem?
Same reason, you know, as Matty said about Sunderland. I would like to see him come up because that's our big derby. Like, that's the main one.
You do realise the police are underfunded right now.
Yeah, I would hope that.
Green Street too.
Like, the first season would be chaos, but after they get used to it for a while.
No.
But we always conveniently miss them in the cup draws, I've noticed. They're always like the team after we've drawn. So it's
I think
very
that's
funny.
done on purpose to keep
Yeah,
these two away
maybe
from each
there's a
other.
conspiracy that's keeping them in the championship. That's what it is.
But seriously, like they're always in and around the playoffs, and they just fall off, and they're like
Last
3,
season
4,
was looking
5
good,
points
wasn't
away,
it? But then they fell off.
I'm interested in Burnley with Vincent Kompany as well. I would never have paired those two
Yeah.
together or whatsoever. But
13th as it stands.
Yeah, I want to see this new look Burnley and see how they are. You know,
play different football.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua himself with a super chat just coming in. I hope it is him. He says, I can't wait to KO USYK tonight. Watch this space. Tendy Item says, Declan Rice is worth 40 million plus a bag of rice plus a Don Robbie signature, roughly 120 mil. That Don Robbie signature is worth 80 mil. So there you go. That's 120 together.
All right, yeah, fair enough. We'll take a Don Robbie signature.
Yeah, he went a roundabout way of getting there to the end.
Hope Coventry can sort the pitch out, says Geek English. Notoriously bad pitch there. Dan, would you prefer West Ham get relegated so that they can play Millwall?
No,
Not
I'm fine.
derby.
I don't
think
want the
that's how it
derby
works.
that bad. Yeah, I don't want the derby that bad. It'll be behind closed doors probably anyway. So
There's
I
been a
won't
goal
There's a goal.
already in
Wow,
the Premier
wow.
League.
Can you believe it? Who's it gone to? Matty.
Fulham 1-0 up there at Craven Cottage. That must be seconds into the game. Literally 1 minute on the clock, and it's 1-0 Fulham. Let's just check. It's Bobby
scored?
Dakota Reid
Oh,
with
wow.
the goal.
He started very well this season. Actually, I've really liked what I've seen from Dakota Reid. So, boy, that's a quick goal, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, that could, once we get the official timings in for that could be a record.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
just
know.
their
Could
best
be the
mate's
first
cousin
10
there scoring
seconds.
that
Who
goal.
knows?
Impressive. Very impressive.
Very impressive start by Fulham. They lead Brentford in the West London derby in the first minute. Bobby Reid scores the goal. I tell you what, Fulham, a great start to the season.
A lot of people predicted them to go down, including me, and it was just like there was just always this club up, down, up, down, up, down. But they seem to have got their business right this season, and they could be the surprise package. I think mid-table would be excellent for them. Really.
Silva did a decent job in the Premier League in the past, though. Like, if he can get them playing and they keep the likes of Mitrovic fit and they add 1 or 2 more, like you say, Fulham, I think, could stay up.
So all depending on Mitrovic, he has to bang in the
He has
goals.
to
He
bang
started well, but he's got to continue it. And I think it'll be interesting to see when they go on a bad run, can they pick themselves up quickly enough and get themselves back out of there?
The thing is, if they've got goals from elsewhere in the team, like they're called Dakota Reid, then maybe that can sort of make up for if Mitrovic ain't as
prolific. Yeah.
Right, let's get into our first topic of conversation throughout the show. We will touch on these as we go through. Ten Hag United. It's going to be a tough game for them Monday night. We will preview. He's going to be in the stands from what we're hearing Monday night. 60 million. I heard some pundits on another football broadcasting network this morning saying that why would you want to leave the champions of Europe to go to a team that aren't even in the Champions League? And then they said after that, I can think of around 350 reasons why he would want to do that.
50,000 reasons why.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. What are your thoughts on that one?
But at the same
Without
time,
just,
he's not going to
dive
get.
into it.
He's not going to start for Real Madrid. Though that midfield they're trying to bring through.
Well, you've got Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Kroos, and Modric. So they don't actually need a Bruno Guimaraes or a Højbjerg, who they've been linked with. You can't really break into that 5 anyway.
But he
was starting.
He was
every
starting,
game,
so that's what I was
starting.
going to say. Like, he's not really trying to break in. He was already playing.
But trying to bring through Tchouaméni.
Yeah, Tchouaméni had a bad debut. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't great, but Real Madrid could blood him in slowly. I know they spent 100 million on him, but they did take their time with Camavinga. I seen a report that they were saying that Camavinga and Tchouaméni still need to rise to the Real Madrid levels of training in terms of, this is a step up, so you need to get on our page. So I think Casemiro would have played a decent amount of games, but I do think it's a money thing. I think he may have been going into his last year of his contract as well, so I don't know if they were going to renew, but obviously there is a ticking over of that midfield now. Modric, Kroos, they'll probably go one after the other, year after year. But it's all money. Come on. You're joining Manchester
He's
United.
in his 30s as well. You can see he played for Real Madrid.
Typical Man United signing, really. Like, obviously, play a big reputation and bringing him in on a high contract. So, I don't know. He's a good player, a very good player. But who's around him? Was he playing next to Fred? You know,
McTominay.
what impact can he really truly make in that team? So it's going to be interesting. But it says a lot about him. He's come to join a relegation battle, you know, so not many players would have that character. So
Another goal in the Premier League, and it's at Selhurst.
Oh, wow.
Park.
Massive goal for Aston Villa, an away goal. They were doubted, but with that starting 11 that they've put out, one of their main men, Ollie Watkins, gets the first goal, and it's a great start away from home in South London.
That's surprising. I'm not going to
It is
lie.
surprising
I
to me,
didn't
that.
expect Aston Villa to do very well today, but it's a great start for them. Palace, yeah, I mean,
Watkins
Palace
through the middle as well today. When Ings normally plays, he gets pushed out to the left or the right.
Yeah.
When Diaz on the left today, Bailey on the right. Do you think that's his best position in through the middle?
Definitely, because he's tried to do Watkins and Ings as a front two as well, and it just doesn't work. They're just too similar. They're not really bouncing off each other very well. So you've got two tricky wingers there in Bailey and Buendia, and you've got Watkins just to float around the 6-yard box. He's going to get the balls into him. He's going to score goals.
Yeah. There's no big man, little man. Carroll Suarez, sorry. Crouch
on.
Yeah, exactly. We need. A
I'm
bit of balance
interested
in
to
that
see
front
what Palace are going to do in the transfer window now, because I just think that they're just missing like one or two key signings, I think, from really being
They're linked with
consistent
Zaha
team.
from Watford, the winger.
They are, yeah.
I think they may bring him in. Zaha's into his last year of his contract, though.
Do you know what? I saw them play on Monday at Anfield, and there were periods where they were excellent. I think Eze had an incredible game against Liverpool. I know he nutmegged Trent, got round Fabinho a few times. So their attack seems fine. It's just that defence and the wide areas. We know Klein's getting on a bit. Mitchell isn't massively experienced, especially when you're coming up against someone like Villa. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good start from them. But
I think they could do with one more midfielder. Gallagher's a big miss.
I mean, them missing Gallagher shows you how well he played for them last year. You take him away, and you lose that because he was a goal threat, assist as well. But is he going to play at Chelsea this season?
I think that will be up to two things. The system doesn't particularly suit him as well. I think we obviously will have one less centre midfielder than Palace had last year in terms of we play a 2, they play a 3, so that's only going to make it more difficult. However, we have injuries already. Kante, Kova are out injured in the first couple of weeks of the season, and they are quite injury prone. So if he can round off his game, become a little bit more well-rounded in the build-up side of things and the passing side of things, and not just the counter-pressing and driving into the box, then he could get more opportunities. Speaking of which, there's a goal for Crystal
Another
Palace.
goal.
Yeah.
That's Selhurst Park. What a game this is, by the way. It's Wilfred Zaha.
Speaking of the devil.
After
1
7
year left.
minutes, it's 1-1. There goes my prediction out the window.
Mine's still looking good, bruv.
Someone Chelsea won.
Yeah, I was going to bring up Zaha because obviously brilliant finish.
2 and 2.
Anfield. Yeah, brilliant finish. He did miss some big opportunities as well. They could have won the game.
post, yeah.
They could have won the game, but wonderful finish.
Had a lot of time to choose that corner though, which
did.
is the only thing that
Van Dijk
criticise Van Dijk for not getting across to him as quick as he could have.
But I was going to bring up, he's only got a year left on his contract, and my thing with Zaha is Palace. That's the cash cow, right? So is there going to be a bid coming in late? You know, Chelsea, potentially, anybody else? Arsenal are looking for another winger. If Nicolas Pepe goes, they've been linked before. Newcastle. Are they going to accept a bid if they bring in Sarr from Watford, or are they going to let him go into his last year and see how this plays out? Because it's a strange one. It's a strange situation.
I did see that he said that he wants to get Crystal Palace European football, and that's what his goal is to achieve. So maybe that move is the ship sailed on that move, and he maybe has started to resign himself to, do you know what I mean, stay and be a Palace legend or something.
I think he already is for sure. He's been there. Obviously, he had that break where he went to Manchester United. Didn't work out for him, but he's been there. If you add up all the seasons, a very, very long time now. So I'd say he's definitely a legend. Back on United, they're still looking to buy players. Casemiro's through the door. Anthony, they're looking at.
100 million.
Carrasco, they're looking at. Gakpo is maybe an option if you don't get Anthony. But Ajax are doing what I think you should do in a negotiation with United: price them out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless they're stupid enough to pay it.
It looks like they are going to be stupid enough to pay it, though.
Is Anthony... Because I've seen a bit of Anthony, right? And I think he's a good player, but he's not 100 million.
No
and
way.
he's got a lot of improving to do. He takes a lot of shots. He's quite wasteful with his shooting. I saw him in the Champions
Is
League.
he similar to Ziyech in that way?
In a way, in certain ways. He's definitely a better dribbler than Ziyech. He's definitely quicker than Ziyech. So I think he's got a much higher ceiling than Ziyech. I'm quite critical of Ziyech, but I do think 80 million, 100 million euros.
100 million euros.
Ajax turning that down is insane. 22 years old, that's kind of their remit. You invest that back into the team. Are you ever going to get more than that? I mean, I don't know.
I think they can smell the desperation from Man United.
We all can.
That goes back
It's in
to
the
my
air.
point. Like, just absolutely sting them. And if they're stupid enough to pay it, then so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, how much higher? They're surely not going to bid again, are they? They're not going to go any higher than that.
I think once you get rejected that many times in a window, you should just go, right, I'm sick of this.
They've been chasing Frankie de Jong for,
well, that's what I mean. They've just had
windows,
the elbow there, haven't they? Don't know what happened there. I thought someone was coming there. Talk about Chelsea and Aubameyang. Is this a transfer, one, that you'd like to see? And two, will it actually work if he goes there?
The backflip king. I mean, the celebrations will be fun. That's if he gets the goals.
Scores.
Exactly, because we have a notorious record of strikers not doing very well at our club. I think in the case of him, he needs to be a short-term transfer. He's 33, so that for me is 2 years
this
max.
Is just wild that this
but
is even...
It's the kind of transfer that would happen on FIFA career
mode.
It's
the first time anyone said that.
That's what it is. It's the type of transfer that would happen on career mode. I think for me, when I look at him, he's worked with Tuchel before, even though that was a while ago. So obviously there's that trust between him and Tuchel. In terms of professionalism, all those things, I think Arsenal, you could take it as a blip under Arteta, maybe being a young coach, not being able to manage the personality that he is and act accordingly, or maybe he just wants one remit for everyone. And Ferguson is shown over the years when he was at Man United, you have to kind of, you have to play your cards right with different personalities. His injury record's good and he's never had any issues before, so I'm not really worried about that. But Tuchel, if he does bring him in, he has to get the best out of him, and it has to be instant impact. You cannot bring in Aubameyang at 33 years old and tell me patience, wait until Christmas and then we might see some goals. He was in London early this year. Just gone. So there's no settling in period. There's none of that. He has to come in and
is there no one else out there though?
The market's not great.
Dip into
the market's not great. Zaha is another option that we are looking at as well. Gordon, but look at Gordon. I mean, he's just about come onto the scene. 50 million.
Why?
He's got a new number 10 shirt. That's probably giving him extra 10 million.
You need short term. You need now. And Aubameyang's banged goals everywhere he's gone. Yeah. He's a goal scorer, lethal goal scorer.
Yeah, I prefer him to Ronaldo. Much prefer him to Ronaldo.
I think it works for this season on a 1-year deal. I think it works.
Yeah.
Like you say, until the market dies down, until he can get like a younger, long-term talent. But for now, I think it kind of works because of what he did at Dortmund with Tuchel and slotting in that system. Everyone can do the hard work around him. Just let him do what he needs to do. So
Gunnar Vettel says Ivan Toney would be better for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan Toney's a very good player as well. I don't know what Brentford would price him at. I'm not
55 million they wanted from Newcastle this summer.
Yeah. I'm not. That's actually not a bad idea for you guys. I don't think with Callum Wilson's injury record.
No,
but
it is. Yeah.
I think I'm not excited about Aubameyang. If he comes in, let's see how it goes. I'm not excited. I'm not elated about it, but I do see what he could bring to the team in terms of we need a finisher. I mean, look at the chance that Kai missed against Tottenham. It was ridiculous. So I can't be putting up with that all season.
So you still ain't banking on Brozier then? You still ain't saying that he's
injured at the moment.
He is.
He's injured. So,
but still, is he when he gets fit? Is he going to be?
Well, it's up to him. He's young. He signed a 5-year contract last summer, so we're in no rush to just push him forward. He only scored 6 goals at Southampton last season, so he doesn't demand the right to start for a club like Chelsea. So for me, first of all, he needs to get fit, and then he needs to show the coach what he can do. But he wasn't really available for pre-season. He flew back to London with an injury. Now he's injured again, so can't really blame Chelsea for not looking at him when he's not even fit.
It's going to be a loan deal, that isn't it? Another loan for Broya.
I think he could stay or go. It's touch and go because even if Aubameyang comes in, he could play off the left. Sterling could move to the right. Aubameyang doesn't have to play directly up front. I think some of his best form at Arsenal was coming in off the left channel, not being the focal point. That was more Lacazette's role or Giroud. So I think it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
Just quickly in the Championship, we spoke of Vincent Kompany's Burnley before the game's kicked off, and they've already took a 2-0 lead at home to Blackpool there. Nathan Teller on the 11th minute. Good start for
Red card
Kompany's.
for Wigan in the Championship as well. Joe Bennett off. Also, Yeovil 1-0 up away at Altrincham, up the Glovers. Bad defeat last week to Barnet, but they're back in it today, are the Glovers. I know, yeah. It's like, 2 teams that I've got a soft spot for.
You got a lot of soft spots.
Yeah. Listen. I'm a guy that's got a lot of love to give, mate. Yeah. Apart from Chelsea, Everton, Manchester United, and Manchester City as well. But apart from that, I do like a lot of football.
You got hatred for Man City now as well. Is it because of the whole they keep pipping you to the title thing?
All right, Matisse. AGT is a marshmallow full of soft spots, says Crunk King. Cheers, mate. Love that. actually a decent Chelsea fan, says Diego.
Why does this every time I go on somebody's platform? It's always like, oh, actually a decent Chelsea. Why are you surprised? Well, am I surrounded by crazy Chelsea fans? What's going on?
That's your fan base.
Everywhere I go, people say, "Oh, actually, he's actually all right." I'm like, okay, thanks.
Don't make me bait you in another Matty's comment, man.
Dude, I'm going to mention that on the train now. We need it.
Gus the Red Devil TV says Damien Matisse loves Maguire.
No.
He said he was on par with Maldini.
Yes.
I don't think so. Tendy item is Geordie.
Oui.
He says, Matty, will we beat Man City tomorrow?
Yes, we will. 1-0. Yeah, 1-0.
Big prediction, that.
Oh, really?
Calling it.
Come on.
If you
I think
do,
your
mate,
teams-
I'd love that. That would be brilliant.
Two teams that have the only two teams left in the Premier League that haven't conceded a goal this season. I know it's only August still, but I'm putting it out there. But I think it's going to be a close game. And
The
I'm
Oil
actually,
Boys.
for some bizarre reason, saying that we're going to win 1-0.
The Oil Boys doing it wrong.
Up the Mags. That's
Yeah,
what I
it
got
is,
to
isn't
say.
it?
Why can't you be
Yeah.
like the rest of us? You know, the rest of us. Spend
Yeah.
the money wisely. Just be calm.
Yeah.
Money in football.
Maybe we
is
haven't
just
even
despicable, isn't
haven't
it?
even spent that
You
much
can't
money.
even say that
Do you know
about
what I
them.
mean?
Maybe.
Are you
Sven
doing
Botman, and that's it.
Are you getting restless about the lack of spending? Like, you all thought you was getting Mbappe's and
No, we
Neymar's. Yes, you.
I saw their little lineup graphics.
Should have seen
on
the
Twitter.
thumbnails this
Yeah,
guy was doing.
Mbappe, Neymar, Haaland front three, and then we'll have like Iniesta, Xavi.
It was Shearer in the 10. It was Espria right back.
Look at it. And now look what's happening. Now look at the team.
Santiago Muniz.
That time is coming. All right, we've got to wait 2 to 3
Still
years.
got John
before we
Joe
start.
Shelby starting for you, isn't you?
Is it FFP?
No, he's injured.
It's not FFP, is it?
Great player, John
Yeah,
Joe.
Is
Shelby's
it FFP
injured.
or it can't be FFP? Is it?
It is in a way because with January as well, we have spent 160 million since the takeover happened. We have spent 165 million pounds. So, and it's about characters. We're trying to get the right players in. We're not just getting in players for the sake of it. We're avoiding the mercenaries that like the Manchester City got in. We're trying to do things smart. It's probably a bit too smart, to be honest. It's a bit too sensible for my liking. I want that rash signing. I want that
You
marquee
don't,
signing.
man. Trust me.
I do want a
You've
big
got-
name.
yeah,
I want a big
Bruno's your-
name, but
Bruno's your star, man.
it's sensible from the new owners. You've got to respect it. We're doing things. It's evolution, not revolution. Do you know what I mean?
Look
It's gonna
at
be a
Villa.
couple of years'
Like,
time.
Ooh,
they
I like
went
that.
mad.
That's
Like,
nice.
they've-
Did Amanda
Might be
teach you
the
that? I bet you heard that come out of it.
We'll see that on his Instagram caption in his next post.
Yeah, a couple of years' time, we need to get the sponsorship deals through. We need to increase the revenue so it can compete with FFP.
The sponsorship deals, yeah, those sponsorship.
I'm sure you won't get a
deals.
problem with that, mate.
but Saudi James's Park.
there you
that's
go.
what we'll be getting.
Motasir Ali says ADT is a top bloke. No idea who that is, mate. Crunk King says Matisse is a gremlin. Lol.
Yeah, that's our thing. Gremlin Gam.
Gremlin gang. That's
Yeah.
what Big Steve calls you.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Big up to Big Steve.
Big
as
up
well,
Big
by the way.
Steve, yeah.
Absolutely. He was on your channel.
He
the other
was
day, wasn't he?
preview. Top
Love
man.
to see it. He's actually going to Barcelona on Wednesday to watch Man City play Barcelona in a friendly.
What's all that about?
It's
really?
madness.
Why is
isn't
there a
it?
Why
friendly?
there?
On
Why
a
is there a friendly?
Wednesday in August.
Random.
Is it August
really-
still? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's really strange. I didn't.
What are your thoughts?
Do
to that
you
one?
think
I mean,
that-
that'll
Why
be you
is-
next
why
year.
is it
Trust-
happening, though?
That'll
Why
be
is it
you
happening?
next year.
What
Trust
is the
me.
reason behind it? I don't get it.
The Toon versus the Barca army.
Do you think, right, allegedly or whatever, I'm throwing stuff out, but Barcelona, obviously, they've been trying to raise funds and stuff. Is that
This
some
is
sort of
definitely-
fundraising
This is a
game?
fundraiser.
Yeah.
This is a fundraiser. Yeah.
Man
That's
City
what they're
will
trying
pay
to
them
do.
a certain X amount.
Do you know what though?
Yeah.
What happens if one of their new players that they've just been able to register gets injured in this game?
Oh no.
Or what if
Yeah.
what if Haaland, God forbid,
Yeah.
he got injured?
Oh
in this
yeah. I
game?
mean,
That's gonna-
we have to see what team they'll field, but surely they would rotate and play the players that haven't really got the fitness levels up. Some of the deep depths of the squad. That would make more sense for me than playing your strongest team.
Bercho B asks, who is the best Brazilian to play in the Prem? It's a
Julian.
good question.
John, you just said.
Julian, yeah.
I thought it was Bruno Gomes.
No, still Julian.
I would say, well, the all-time goal scorer, Brazilian goal scorer in the Prem. Any guesses?
Brazilian in the Prem. Brazilian.
Firmino.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
was
so.
it?
There
Firmino.
hasn't been an illustrious
No, not
panel
prolific.
of Brazilians. We haven't had any Ronaldinhos, no Ronaldos, no Kakas. They just don't
Yeah.
come over here.
Spain get them usually.
Yeah, I mean, the weather here sucks, so that's what
Coutinho?
it is. Coutinho, Rubinho came here by accident.
Rubinho, yeah. He
So-
heard Manchester and thought, City. Oh, no.
Yeah, so
Love to see it. Tendy Item says, Matty, I have a confident feeling that we'll sign a big marquee signing before the window closes, similar to how we got Bruno.
I think in the last week you'll see a lot of movement at Newcastle. They're trying to wiggle some deals through. Obviously, the Madison thing they haven't quite gave up on, even though Leicester are demanding 60 million.
But so you can't just spend that. You can't just chuck it at them.
Well, they don't want to spend everything this window and then look towards January and not be able to spend if they have to. If there's a big injury or next summer. Like, yes, you've got the example of try and do what Man City did, but they're trying to not do what Everton did.
Yeah.
They don't want to just spend everything at once.
I think the key is for Newcastle as well is what are the expectations and where are they at right now? They're not going to get relegated. They're not even going to be in a relegation battle. They're floating around mid-table, and that's where your form from the calendar year kind of shows is you're around about that 9th, 8th even. In form, you was one of the top teams. You were like top four.
Yeah.
So this Newcastle team has already had a lot of change to it, and under Eddie Howe, they're one of the top teams on form in the calendar year, and they've started the season well. So I don't really feel like they need a lot. And what are they aiming for? Max, maybe a Conference League place?
Top 6 is gettable, though, really. If they invest...
Is it?
Yeah, easily.
If we invested, we'd need
I
2
don't
big
think it
signings.
is. I think that's too much.
You think top 6 is locked up?
Need another striker.
Yeah, I
Need
do.
a
I do.
winger and a
Callum,
striker.
Callum Wilson is one injury away from Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's facts.
But that's
And he's injury prone, so that's very likely.
What I'm saying is that's why they should really invest, because that can then get them to that top 6.
Yeah.
I think with the way Man United are obviously at the minute, at 6 players, the door is open in a way. It really is.
Yeah.
But for me, at the minute, I think we'll finish between 7th and 10th,
Which is good.
which I'll take.
That's
All
good.
decent
Like,
considering.
So good,
this
not
is,
looking
this is
over
the
his shoulder.
first full
Goal
season.
for Fulham, and it's the
Oh.
player that you didn't know was on the back of his shirt, but it's Palhinha, João Palhinha, who gets Fulham's second goal. And from what he had a great game against Liverpool as well, by the way. A lot of interceptions, a lot of recoveries of the ball. 2-0 at home to Brentford. Life is very good if you're a Fulham fan right now.
Strong
The
start of
London
the season.
derby.
And again, it's not relying on Mitrovic. It's another midfielder that scored.
Goals
for Fulham,
coming
yeah.
from midfield,
I
both
just
of
need
them.
QPR to come up, and then I've got like away days are just so close. This is
Brentford,
this is what we
Fulham,
need.
QPR. Yeah, not bad.
What is it like, these West London derbies?
There's nothing to them.
There's a lot of like egg and
sitting
cress
next-
sandwiches and stuff like
The
that.
derby last week, that's the fiercest derby at the moment for Chelsea, is the Tottenham one. Every time we play
Yeah.
Tottenham, it is a problem in terms of there's fighting, there's beef, there's everything. And now Conte's there, it's even more charged because he's former Chelsea manager. Fulham, Brentford's, QPR's, we give them a hug, buy them some coffee, some flowers. Nice to
what
see
is
you,
that?
neighbour.
Why is there no animosity? Is it because you're all quite like posh? You're like,
No,
posh.
it's the postcode.
why did that come into your head? It's because we're not competing with them, obviously.
No, but you used to.
Yeah, but
never used to
and
be
that's
this-
probably when I wasn't alive. Maybe we had a big rivalry with them. I'm sure QPR,
Like,
the older generation
when
Chelsea
Rodney
fans
Marsh
tell me
used to
that
play
they
for
used
them
to hate
back in the day.
QPR. QPR used to be the big day out, but that's not the case anymore. They're yo-yoing up and down the league. So.
But like we had that with Millwall, but we ain't played Millwall in like 15 years or something. But when they come, it's going to be
Definitely
chaos.
not posh.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Definitely not
The
posh.
Docs
No egg
rivalry.
and cress
Yeah,
sandwiches.
maybe
there,
it is.
mate.
Maybe it is. I don't really feel like majority of Chelsea fans are posh. Maybe just the West upper. But yeah, it's weird. It's a strange one.
That postcode, mate. SW6.
There is a poll as well for you to get involved in the chat. Where will Newcastle United finish in the league? We've got bottom half on 14%, top half on 78%,
Wow.
and 8% saying top 6.
Not bad at all.
Depends on United, doesn't it?
Bare Newcastle hype.
I might check a little who's
Because United are
scored
the
and
only
see
team
the
I see
stats
dropping
in
out
some
of
of
that top
these games.
6. So,
Yeah, true.
but then they just signed Casemiro. That helps.
There you go. Right, we are 23 minutes in, halfway through the first half of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 1, Fulham 2, Brentford 0, Everton 0, Forest 0. That one, the longer it stays 0-0, Everton fans will be getting anxious. They need the win desperately. And Leicester, Southampton also 0-0 as well. So listen, it's nice to see a few goals flying in already, and Fulham obviously doing the best out of everyone right now.
It looks like Everton are dominating the possession, 60% possession, and they've had 4 shots to Nottingham Forest's 3 shots, interestingly enough. So they're going for it, but can't finish.
have to.
What do you expect from Forest this season? With all of these new signings, they've brought in 2 squads, if
I
anything.
don't think anyone
2
can
teams.
say certainly what they think will happen with Forest. It's totally unknown.
Relegation.
How can? Yeah, I mean that.
It could be that.
You are so salty.
salty.
You are. Every time I talk about Forest,
You want Jesse to go down,
Yeah,
don't
he
you?
wants Jesse Lingard in the Championship. That's what it is.
No, listen, I've had a lot of Nottingham Forest fans on
He'll be
Twitter
back
on
at
my
you in a
case.
year,
you
don't
don't
worry.
have any rivalry with Forest, surely.
No, I'd swear they're on my case now. Just because
Because of the Lingard thing.
because I tweeted out, I gave them a bit of stick. With how their attitude.
What did you say? Go Go on then.
I just said, I wanted them to come up, but the way they've been acting, they're getting a bit too big for their boots, lately. So, we need to slap them. And we didn't slap them, and they reminded me
Metaphorically or physically?
Metaphorically, but,
we don't promote violence, so,
Yeah, so...
It's tough for a West Ham fan to admit that, isn't it? Do we not? Oh, fuck. All right, then,
Hands behind the back.
So I'm not incriminating myself. But you can't sign a whole new squad and expect them to just come together like that and gel.
No, that's
This
the
is
thing.
why I
No,
don't
you
think
can't.
anyone can truly
No, you
predict
cannot.
what's going to happen.
Without a
Because,
pre-season,
mate,
with that
they
many
could finish
players.
10th with all these guys. You just don't know.
I mean, look at when Villa came up, right? They were saying the same thing. Oh, we've had so many players leave, and we've got to sign all these players. They only stayed up because of goal line technology weren't working. That's it. And I think that's what Forest will have to hope.
True.
That is actually true. I can't lie. Randy says Everton v Forest 0-0 all over it. Forest with 2 R's though. I think we should get it right. There's 1 R. Nico Williams plays for Forest. He put a story out saying when they played you last week, 3 o'clock, or what was it, Sunday, 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Had 2 R's. Goal
Yes! 2-1 to
The
Palace.
predictions back on.
2-1 to Crystal Palace. It's Jeffrey Schlupp with the goal to put them ahead. And we was just finished praising Aston Villa. What a great start to the game. Well done. Pat on the back. Bang. 2-1.
And now we're
Serious
talking about
resumed.
Your
what we
future
spoke about last
manager
week.
is
Don't
Your
say that.
future
trouble, mate.
I
manager.
don't think
What's
so.
going on out there?
Oh, my future manager is Pep Linders. Don't worry
Who's
about
that?
Don't worry. Before you steal him. There
That's
you go.
their
though.
assistant
Massive
manager,
goal
isn't
for
it?
Palace.
Oh, okay.
Back at it 1-0
Yes.
down, 2-1 up.
Yeah, great recovery there
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Palace
we tried
at
to
home.
we tried
But
to
yeah,
take
Forest,
Everton.
Nico Williams put a story up and the Forest had 2 R's in it. And I replied saying, come on, mate. 1 R. You're
What, do you
playing
know
for
him?
them.
Do you know him?
And do you know what? 5 minutes later, deleted and a new one went up.
Oh,
with
do you
1
know
R.
him?
Is that what
Well,
chest, Alex?
no, I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
him.
'Cause I
but
seen
I
you met
DM'd him.
Elliott there with James. I seen
I
a
did
little
meet
picky,
Elliott,
little
actually,
picky
Harvey
there.
Elliott.
Can't
in
even
the
let him
week,
have a
yeah.
little type.
Nice
He was good though against us.
Really nice lad.
He
You
was
know
act-
what?
he's actually a
Yeah.
good player.
Can I say it?
Great player, mate. Man of the match against you guys.
player.
Nico
Class
Williams,
player.
right? Playing exactly like Trent for Forest in that game that I
Literally,
watched.
bro.
Literally.
Like a right midfielder.
Oh my, every time I was like, and it's funny
I
because I was
wonder
doing,
where he learned that from.
yeah, I was doing a watch along for it and I was saying it. I was doing a watch along for it. I was speaking about it, saying, oh, Nico Williams, he's like really seems to have molded his game off Trent. And the whole chat's like, oh yeah, he was at Liverpool. I was like, oh right. And it
Premier
makes
League
sense.
winner at Liverpool, mate.
Every time he picked up the ball, bang, immediately just wanted to either bend it around the corner, in
Technique
behind,
on him's
or
crazy,
switch
man.
it or whatever. So, do you wish you kept him?
Do you know what? Since we
I know you
got
brought
rid
in
of
that
him and
Ramsey
brought
guy.
in Calvin Ramsey, he's not played. He's
Yeah.
injured.
Oh,
So in
right.
my head, it's like, well, and then you've seen his performance
Is Nico
against
Williams, yeah.
West Ham, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it looks
wow,
good.
we should have kept him. But I don't have any doubts that he's going to have a very good career.
Did you put a buyback on him or anything?
I think there is a buyback in the clauses, yeah.
He might
which
just
we
be
might
one of the
activate.
players though that he just can't. He's not quite
It's
there
Trent.
for a Liverpool.
It's Trent.
level.
Like, you're never going to play.
The thing is, we were talking about this on Hot Topics on the Cop TV earlier in the week. I think this is the season where you maybe move Trent into like a right of a midfield three.
What's it called? Hot Copics.
Hot Topics.
I love
yeah.
that.
Thank you, mate. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Go and watch it if you
It's
want.
funny because I've said this a few times, and every time it's been shot down. Trent can't move into midfield. Don't put him there. He's a right back. Why
I'm
are you
more
trying
open
change
to
him?
it now than I was before.
Because you're seeing these deficiencies defensively.
It's
that we
only
spoke
because
Reece James could
certain
never.
times. No, I don't even. You know,
Listen, we all saw
No.
what happened, guys. We all saw
the
what
only
happened.
thing I can.
Reece
I
James
can
got
say-
like-
and
Stay
it
fit,
keep
man.
and it keeps
Yeah,
happening. And I know
true
he's
that.
young, but this doesn't happen to Reece James. I'm just
Okay.
saying, if you move him to right midfield, get a new right
Has he
back
won the
in.
league?
No, but he's won the Champions League.
Most assists ever as a defender in the Premier League.
Again, he's been injured quite a bit, but he actually was level, I think, for goal contributions with Trent last season with way less
that's
minutes
your-
played.
your
So if
stick
you
of quality is
so
Trent
I'm-
then. So
yeah, of course, he's the
okay.
best right back in the league. Would
there's
you
no need
agree?
for that,
Would you?
but- But anyway.
You can't be comparing an injury-prone player against Trent, mate.
Exactly.
Because
Trent
minutes
plays every week.
No, but that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
Like your player's injury-prone, so he hasn't got the games under his belt to
Listen,
be exposed
amazing player
to
though.
like Trent.
I'm not like.
Oh no,
a
he
Reece
wouldn't get
James
exposed like
hater.
Trent. You've seen James defensively. Don't be silly. Now. Don't be silly.
Just to update everyone there who's
Please.
watching as well. Palace goal was disallowed, so it does stay 1-1 at Selhurst Park.
That's a proper
Wonder why
sad
that
one, isn't it?
Let me check.
Goal disallowed, yeah. VAR overruled it.
That's a shame.
No goal
Motorsit
for Schlupp.
Alia says Salah is better than Reece James. Pretty unfair that. But yeah, no, I did bump into Harvey Elliott in the week. We were having a little Turkish after Hot Topics recording, and he was walking by, and Shawnee, Irish lad, great lad, he was with us, and he went, Harvey, quick snap. And he walked to us. We didn't get. We were on a table. We were getting like nice breads and meat all put down on the table. And he's come to us and had a picture with all of us as well.
Nice.
And he asked me and James how the channel's going and stuff like that. So, yeah, unreal. Big up to Harvey ELLIOTT. And he was actually the man of the match against Palace.
Yeah,
I
brilliant.
would
He
say.
needs
He
to
was
start.
brilliant.
I think he needs
Real
to start against Manchester United personally. I think he's
Oh no,
I
he will.
think
He will.
yeah, he
He's
will.
in my betmate team as well, 100%. He's playing that one. Lost for you to find says, careful, Dan. You're talking about Forest, a club with European royalty.
Oh, come on. Listen, none of us were alive in those days.
Doesn't matter,
Everyone
though.
talks about,
Still on
Forest.
there. Still there though.
Still
man.
got the
You
two
can't deny
stars. 2 stars
that. You
above the
can't
badge.
deny it. You
Oh,
can't
2
deny
stars.
that.
Huddersfield
Two
were
stars.
like, you know,
I know what that feels
league
like.
winners, league champions.
Got
What they
6.
won, like 2 leagues, Huddersfield?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why you'd be salty about European
Very
success.
salty that.
listen, we've got a European Cup Winners' Cup, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah?
From
Are you over what
were you
happened against
born, or
Frankfurt?
No,
just
well-
using your own logic.
I was born when we won the Intertoto Cup, okay?
So was I. Won the
alive.
Intertoto Cup as well. Good times.
There you go,
Great
European.
times. You know what? I bring
Heritage.
back the Inter-Toto Cup.
It's
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah,
a conference league
exactly.
now, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
kind of, isn't it? That is kind of what it is.
Are you over? Are you over what happened?
Qualified to get in there. What did you have to do? Is it fair play or?
Yeah, it was the fair play, or 7th, wasn't it? 7th or fair play? and then-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this
What a
like
great
tidy
cup,
towns
man.
where you put up loads of flowers in the town and then you get an award for it?
Well, you got like a certificate. It was awful. Scott Parker was playing for us and he was holding like this plaque. It was just outside.
Do you have an Intertoto Cup?
Awful.
I don't even know what that is, mate.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Real European pedigree. That's what it is, mate. Yeah.
I've got 2 Champions Leagues. I don't care what into Toyota
Okay.
Cup
Yeah.
is.
We didn't have to buy them either. We didn't have to buy it.
Oh,
With our
here
money.
we go. Bye. You know how shameless he would be if a rich person came in to buy his club and not Karen from Apprentice. Like he would be he would be loving life. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she's going to be on the show next week, man. Take it easy. Her and Akeem will come back.
Yeah,
Listen,
I can't believe we had an apprentice
bro. I
person
didn't.
on our show.
I didn't
once.
clock it until I looked at him. I was like, "You look awfully familiar," but I didn't want to say.
Was that on the show? As
Yeah,
well?
it was on the show that I realised.
You
and I
got to
looked at
start
him.
turning up a bit earlier, man.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah,
You would
sorry.
have known that he was on The Apprentice. Ali A reminding us of 6 Champions Leagues. Who's got 6?
Um,
Real Madrid?
know.
huh?
14 they've got.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think it's
Wow,
them.
that's
I think it's Liverpool,
Yeah,
actually.
must be.
Yeah.
West Ham ain't won a cup in years.
West Ham.
When was the last time you actually?
Whoa.
When was the last time you won a trophy?
We won the Betway Cup last
Oh,
season.
give over.
Is that a friendly cup? Is that the
I'm not
Emirates-
being
the Emirates
funny,
Cup?
but
It's the
if
Audi Cup. and then
Spurs,
there's
yeah,
like-
Spurs were counting the Audi Cup, right? If they're going to be going around saying we won the Audi Cup, yeah, we're counting that.
So everyone's counting their Emirates Cups, their Betway Cups, their.
Let's put them all on the table
Audi
and see
Cups.
what we got. Yeah, let's.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, it was 1990. Well, if I count the Intertoto Cup, then it's the 90s. If I don't, we say 1980 when we beat Arsenal. You know.
FA
When,
Cup,
when was the Intertoto Cup?
FA
What year
Cup,
did
yeah.
you win it?
1980.
1980.
Well, no, the Intertoto. I think that was 99.
Did you win the championship when you came down, or was it from
No,
playoffs?
playoffs.
Like,
So you didn't even win that.
Playoffs.
Oh, yeah, you won the playoff
Playoff trophy
I
celebration.
I remember it.
Everyone says
Expect you to win the league.
the best way to come up is the playoffs. Everyone says
Oh,
that.
don't give it. Don't
What
give
would
us
you
that.
rather win?
I'd rather
The champ-
smash it and win the league and be on holiday whilst the playoffs are happening.
Yeah.
Record holders. Yeah,
Wembley. You didn't win at Wembley. You ain't seen your team win at Wembley, have
I
you?
have Spurs.
Hey, done you there, Dan.
Wow.
Have you not seen? I suppose you lost 2 FA Cup finals.
Yeah, we did, I.
Yeah.
2 in a row. Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, we've lost a lot in a row recently as well.
Yeah. How have you been getting on at Wembley recently, bro?
I think it's 5 straight
5 in a
defeats
row?
now or something. Yeah.
Liverpool beat you twice there
Something
this
crazy
year.
like that. Yeah, man.
You know,
going
everyone
on?
says you want to win on penalties. That's what they all say. Mate. Scoring goals in a final. It's so overrated. so overrated.
Yeah.
Who can forget Brian Clough says, lost for you to find. Absolute legend. We need more characters like him in the Premier League. Do you know what?
Great film, that Damned United, by the
It
way.
is a great film that, showcasing Forest and Leeds in the 70s and 80s. Do you know, that's a great question. It's got me thinking. Other characters that we've seen in the Prem, you might not have liked them. You might have thought they were good in interviews. I'll start off. Neil Warnock. I think he's a great character in the game. The stories he's got, mate, unreal.
I'll back that up with Ian Holloway.
Great shout.
Yeah, you know.
Good
Great
interviews.
shout.
Good interviews.
Neil Warnock's documentary as well is priceless.
Oh yeah,
when you get to see
unbelievable.
the
You gotta
behind the
die
scenes.
for the 3
Yeah.
points. Unreal.
Brilliant.
Ian Holloway had a great quote once. I think Blackpool were playing Man United. And do you remember this
I know
one?
where it's
And he
going.
goes, "Oh, Ronaldo's so good looking. He's tall. He's so handsome. I hope he's hung like a hamster." And he said, "Problem is, I got a hamster at home. It's got a massive cock." But yeah, Kevin
Imagine
Keegan,
if these
Tendy
managers
Item.
were like top level and were managing the top teams. How
Never.
great it would be. Neil Warnock,
Never.
like,
At Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, give me that. I'd
Imagine
love to see it.
Warnock Holloway, like with the Liverpool Man City rivalry. You got Warnock as the Man City manager and Holloway as the Liverpool
Can you imagine
manager.
this?
Are we actually going to see some English managers get to the top of the game? Like right now, it's Eddie Howe and Potter. Those are our best hope right now.
It's
I want to see what the ceiling is.
More
'cause
characters. I think that Pearson was a character, wasn't he? When he said
with
to
the
that guy, he said,
ostrich.
"You're an ostrich."
Nigel Pearson.
Pearson.
Nigel
Nigel
Pearson.
Pearson.
Yeah,
He did it
yeah.
the other day as well.
He was a hothead,
last,
man.
last weekend. He was like, "Oh, I'm ready to retire.
He's a hothead.
I've had enough of these officials. I'm ready to
was a
retire."
bit, yeah.
He's good.
That's
Nigel
emotional
Pearson.
chat, that.
He's a mad man.
And arguably kicked off Leicester City's title
He did.
win. When you really
He
think
did.
about the form, it started that previous season
Yeah.
with their escape.
Casemiro. Remember he Cambiasso.
Casemiro, you mad man.
Cambiasso played for Leicester and he left the season before they won the
Yeah.
league.
Right.
Insane.
Alan Pardew, there's a character.
See, I thought he was just a bit of a knob.
He was, but that's a character,
Nah,
isn't it?
he hated
Knob is-
Pardew, innit?
I
I don't think.
Yeah, but
Partey's
he
much
was
of
just
a
not a
character.
nice
Apart from that
guy
dance
as well.
thing he
Like,
did.
Yeah,
He
I've
did
heard
that
the
story.
story.
The dance.
Yeah, the
Behind
little
the
dance.
scenes at
The
Newcastle.
dance he did at Wembley, isn't it? Palace.
Shocker.
Was he Palace against Man United? Was it?
Yeah, Man United.
yeah, that was an embarrassing dance.
Did they lose that game?
He nearly won us the FA Cup, but fucking Gerrard, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Sorry
Obviously,
about
Prime
that, mate.
Mourinho is a great character.
Another FA
Yeah.
Cup that we won. I would love it if Matty says Kevin Keegan.
Infamous, wasn't it? That interview with the headphones on.
Do you know it word for word?
Not really.
No.
Something was like Manchester United need to go to Middlesbrough, need to get the win. I'd love it if they beat them. Love it.
That's pretty good. I'll take
Class,
that.
man.
Mick McCarthy says Jake.
Yeah,
Character.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mick McCarthy.
Mick McCarthy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mick McCarthy.
Do you know what? Sean Dyche is a character. You see, he's like
Yeah.
press
Yeah,
conferences.
character.
He's
The Dyche
always,
master.
yeah, he's a character.
Yeah, no, he's wicked.
Be
Couple of
interested to
goals
see
in the
who he
championship
does.
as well, Matty.
Couple of goals in the championship. They're only 3-1 up now. Another goal for Nathan Tarr. It's a brace for him. Rotherham 1-0 up away to Queen's Park Rangers.
Sheffield United just went up as well in their game.
Do you know what? Speaking of QPR, maybe, well, obviously they're going to be aiming to get in the playoffs and back in the Prem. Harry Redknapp.
Yes.
Maybe the ultimate character.
Yeah, he is.
Really.
That one, I'm not
Yeah.
a wheeler dealer. That
Yeah.
one's class, wasn't it? I'm not a wheeler
Football
dealer.
manager.
No,
But
he was
yeah,
a good
he was
character.
something
You
else.
must love him at West Ham. Do the Hammers fans still got a soft spot for him? He's a West Ham boy, isn't he?
He is a West Ham boy. He went to Spurs. There's also the division between him and Billy Bonds. Billy Bonds, who's
Won the FA
ultimate
Cup
legend.
for West Ham, though.
Yeah, but it's just there's a lot of politics there, and
Okay.
because Billy Bonds is our ultimate legend, you know, next to Bobby Moore, and he feels like that Redknapp stabbed him in the back for the job. A lot of fans side with Billy Bonds, so there's a little bit of
Going to Tottenham never helps.
yeah, like he basically saved Tottenham. Tottenham were like going to get
Yeah.
relegated that season. I maintain it to this day. Right, they were in the bottom. He
little
went
bit
there and
optimistic.
saved them and took them to Champions League.
Yeah,
which
he
if
really
it
did
is-
do a lot for Tottenham. If anything, he's probably going to be higher in terms of higher regard at Tottenham than West Ham, no?
Yeah, I mean he's probably one of their best
Biggest, yeah.
managers in the last 30 years or something.
I say he was. I say he was, yeah.
Big Sam says Crunk King.
Big Sam's a good one,
Allardyce.
aye.
Yeah, Big Sam.
Big Sam on the touchline when what was the Swansea player?
Chico
Like, David
Flores.
That's brilliant.
When
mate.
he's
Just
laughing at
in his
him.
face.
I was at that
That's
game. I
funny.
remember that game. Yeah, he
Swansea
was.
away, that.
But no one likes him when he manages your
Nah, he's
club.
awful.
Gary
Yeah.
Megson, Ian Dowie, Owen Coyle, says Yusef,
Ooh.
in terms of characters. I mean, none of these managers, with all due respect, have won much.
What about
But they
Mourinho? A lot of
but
chat
they're
for Mourinho.
characters.
Comments from
Mourinho,
Mourinho
of
in the
course.
chat.
Yeah,
Of
he's the
course.
ultimate
Box office.
character.
Di Canio. Do you know what? Great story about Di
Yes.
Canio. Obviously a West Ham legend. He was the manager at Swindon in 2011. And I was working in the Burger Hut at Barnet Football Club when they were in League Two. Played Swindon. Swindon were on the up. And the shift had finished. Swindon had won. They were going up. He's coming over to the fans, giving it all that, getting scarves around his neck and that. And then it was time to take the waste food out to the bin. So I had a bin bag full of hot burgers that didn't get eaten. And as I'm walking to the bin, Di Canio walks past me. And I go, "Oh, mate, can I get a picture with Di Canio?" And he goes, yeah, sure. So in this hand, I've got a bin bag full of hot yogurts.
Hot yogurt.
Hot burgers, steaming as well. Probably should have given them to the homeless if I'm
You definitely
being
should
honest,
have,
instead
actually.
of chucking them in the bin.
Yeah, you should have.
And then my boss saw me having a selfie with him and fired me on the spot. What? Yeah.
Wow.
So cheers, Paolo. Got me sacked. I went on to bigger and better things anyway, so thank you, mate. Cheers.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
But that was a great job, that. I really enjoyed that.
He was,
Free
yeah,
football.
he was ultimate character, though, yeah.
Moyes at Everton, Roy Keane, Van Gaal was hilarious. Joe Kinnear.
Joking, yeah.
Didn't he call Nzogbia?
Insomnia.
That is hilarious.
Charles Insomnia.
That is
Call Yuan Kebab as well.
Did he actually?
Yuan Kebab,
Mate,
oh,
is
he was
taking the mickey
he's
there?
a
He did that on
madman.
purpose, to be
Is he
brilliant.
doing that on purpose? Because that's like, that's
jokes.
appalling.
He
that.
was.
What was the
yeah.
manager that was rubbing cheese on his players' legs and stuff like that? Was it Fulham manager or something? What was the cheese guy? People not in the comments.
cheese guy.
I know
The
who
cheese.
you're talking about. What's his name? Was it a Dutch guy?
I think so. Yeah, I'm sure. I feel like he was Fulham manager or something. He was manager of one of them clubs.
Martignol? No, not Martignol.
No, no,
Spurs,
he
wasn't
was in the Championship, and he was rubbing. There was on.
Oh, I
legs
know
and
who you
stuff,
mean
he's
now,
rubbing
he's-
cheese
yeah,
on
he's
them.
got a long
Felix
name, hasn't he?
McGrath. With the little circle
It was like, I feel like it was about 7 years ago or something.
I know. Oh yeah, mate. I think it was McGrath.
It
A
might
lot
have
of
been
people in the
Felix.
comments.
It might have
were
been
saying-
Felix,
So
aye.
what? He used to
People
get
were
a block of cheese.
Yeah,
And
he
just
believed.
get your knees out, lads. Like,
Yeah, he believed it would help heal their injuries or something.
Never
I don't know.
heard of such nonsense in my life.
Phil Brown in his Hull City halftime team talk. Steve Keane. Steve McLaren. He's back at United, the sausage.
Right. What about Moyes
it.
kicking the ball at that ball
Steve
boy
McLaren.
last in
What?
the
Number 2
Euros?
at Old Trafford again, mate.
No, he's not.
Swear down.
No, he's not.
Who is?
Steve McLaren.
Yeah, he is. He's
sitting on the bench.
He is.
No, he's not.
on
The
their
cap
team.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
didn't
you know that?
Know that, no.
Did you not know they brought him?
Wow, no wonder they're
Wally with the
struggling.
brolly.
No wonder they are struggling. The man that got Newcastle relegated after spending 100 million.
Steve McLaren.
Sissoko, Kabay, we had all those players and he got relegated.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny, but he is like Premier League winning coach as a
as a number 2, I suppose
Yeah.
that's his thing, isn't
When
it?
you
Yeah,
look at
in
it.
the 90s.
Yeah,
Like
30
25 years ago. Seriously, like. Oh, unreal. Roy
Steve.
Hodgson with the "Who are you?" with the "Are you taking the piss?" interview.
They should take the piece.
Wait, is he actually
Cheese
on
on
the bench?
knees
Joking.
says
Cheese on knees.
dime bag.
What? I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, seriously, bro. Steve McLaren on the coaching staff at United. Prayers. Martin O'Neill. Do you know what? Again,
Martin
I've met
O'Neill.
Martin O'Neill on holiday in Spain once, and it was the summer when we were about to buy Gareth Barry and sell Alonso. And the media hype around it all had me believing that I wanted Barry over Alonso. And he was having dinner with his wife. I swear to God, this was in Mallorca in 2008, yeah? I walked over and I was like, "Oh, you're right, Martin." He's like, "Oh, come and have a seat." And I was like, "Oh, okay." My mum was just waiting for me to say hi and come back and have a picture or something. And it was a disposable, the
Kodak,
one you
yeah.
got to... And so we get chatting. I was like, "Oh, are we going to buy Gareth Barry then?" And he's like, "We won't be selling him. No way, no chance." And then he just asked me questions, loads of questions. I was like, "Oh, yeah. Martin, I've got to get off, actually." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, go on then, go on." Right, and he was a top bloke,
What
He
a
had the
guy.
time
That's
for
class,
me. He was
man.
a really good character.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, we were supposed to get him when we sacked Big Sam, but he didn't come because of how he felt we treated Big Sam. So he's definitely
really?
a man of
Loyal to Big
principles.
Sam? Yeah, he's definitely
I
a
think,
man of
yeah,
principles,
he sort of seemed because we were sort of trying
What
to.
happened to him as well?
I know, that's what I mean. He just
Yeah.
like he was
He,
doing.
he went.
Big
To, he
Sam.
took
You
the island
know,
job, didn't
Martin
he?
O'Neill.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Mark
know,
Hughes
but
is that.
took the island
he-
job
Mark
and
To be
after
fair, I
that-
don't
He
like.
could be a Prem manager.
I don't like to
still,
admit it, but he did a brilliant job at Sunderland. He did a great job at Villa. Like,
Yeah,
he
did.
just seemed to like.
Got
he,
good
he
at
must
the
have
fifth,
just.
mate.
He took Gordon leave and he's still doing it. His Gordon must be fucking massive.
Do you know what it is? I feel.
It's like 10 years later, and he's still doing a job.
Fought in Kew Gardens.
Like, oh yeah, I used to be a football manager, didn't I?
His back must be done in like.
A lot of managers don't seem to come back from
Alan
in
Titchmarsh.
international
Yeah.
when they become international
Downfalls.
managers.
Yeah, he's disappeared
Yeah.
off the
And
face
some
of the earth.
managers can't. Look at Philip Scolari. Remember when you got Scolari
Yeah.
to Chelsea, and everyone was like, "Oh my
Brazil
God,
World Cup. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
won all
yeah.
this," and he was
Joke.
terrible.
Yeah, but also even the other last season, remember we randomly see Mark Hughes was at Bradford City.
Yeah.
That's just
He's
so
still there,
random.
isn't he?
I don't know.
Still there,
It's
I think
so,
he's
so
still there.
random. Like
Altrincham have equalised at home to Yeovil Town. So sorry, Dad. Yeovil have conceded again, as they always do, unfortunately. Satan Greavesy says Dan McDermott. Obviously, RIP to them two greats. Crunk King, Martin O'Neill seems like such a cool guy. Christian Gross, remember him? Says Caps. Wasn't he manager at Arsenal before Wenger? Or am I getting that? Well,
Who,
no, it was
Christian?
Tottenham. It was Tottenham.
Yeah, I don't think
it
he
was
was-
Tottenham under
yeah.
Alan Sugar in the 90s at Tottenham.
God, I've got Alan Sugar
He's
out
a
there.
proper helmet in, by the way, Alan Sugar.
Yeah, he is.
What a wally.
Avram
more
Grant.
Brent is prop.
Remember Avram
Trust me,
Grant?
bro. No more chats about it. Martin O'Neill is a pundit now for Premier Sports. Interesting.
Oh well, so you sat off.
Andre Villas-Boas. Nah, these aren't characters for me. Chris Wilder. He was a character.
Yeah, he was.
VS Boas to complete opposite of a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's biased.
Very bland.
Tim Sherwood, I mean, he was...
Yeah, Tim
something
Sherwood's a good
Quite
shout.
deluded,
with
though,
the
at times.
the throwing his coat on the floor, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
His jacket.
No,
but
wasn't
yeah.
it his gilet? It was his gilet.
He used to love his gilet, didn't he?
Yeah.
He used to love the shiny gilet.
And didn't he give someone his gilet, like a fan, and let him come sit on the bench who was like having a go at him?
Oh,
before?
that's class.
He's like, come on then,
That's
if you
kind
think
of
you
fun.
know,
Oh,
like, come
yeah,
sit on the bench
yeah.
and he give him his gilet to put on.
There's a lot of managers that are just like, they've just faded out, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
so many people.
Chris Willock, who is Joe Willock's brother, is equalised for
Still is.
QPR.
Still is his brother.
Rotherham 1-1.
was
Yeah, he's
Joe
still his brother.
You said was his brother.
Was his brother?
Was his
Right.
brother. No
Changing
longer
his
his
surname. Got married. to
Goal
like
for
many-
Brentford in
Wow.
the West London
Pulling it back.
derby.
Oh.
There you go.
Back
It's a
in the
massive
game.
goal for the Bees. Can they equalise? And it's Norgard. Christian Norgard, the Danish midfielder, gets one back just before half time, lads. Just
Right on the
before
break.
half-time.
Game on.
Yeah.
Right on the break there. We've also seen an equaliser for QP. Oh, you just said that.
Yeah.
My apologies. But yeah, 44 minutes. Norgard nets for the Bees. And it's an important goal for them. Slaven Bilic, says Adam.
Yeah, Slaven Bilic, man. He was a proper guy.
Loved the cheeky cigarette as well, he did.
Yeah, he loved the cigarette. He was in a rock band.
Yeah.
You know, he was...
Played for Everton once, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He left us to go to play for Everton. Yeah, so it was a bit of a sore spot.
Well,
but
but then he came back and managed you, gave you Dimitri Payet.
yeah, he gave us a good season. I still love him.
BLST says with the super chat, I think Avram Grant was the biggest weirdo.
Oh,
He was quite weird,
don't
actually.
say Avram
Yeah.
Grant to me.
Why?
He almost
Really
got us
boring
relegated.
man as well.
Yeah, he
he
was-
talk of like exciting, charismatic people. Like he was the complete
One of the
opposite
worst
that.
managers West Ham have ever had.
I remember when he took over from Mourinho the following season, and we got to the Champions League final. Was it under him?
Yeah,
and
in Moscow.
we came second as well in the
Yeah.
league. Final day we lost it. Lost the FA Cup final as well, I think. Terrible season. so peak.
Yeah, we sacked Zola for it. Like
Zola.
we, and I would have. Zola wasn't great, amazing for us, but I would have kept him over
Yeah.
Avram bloody Grant.
All right, there's a good question then. Name a manager you wished came to your club at some point. We'll start off with you, Dan, on the end, West Ham.
Yep.
Who would
Pep
you have
Guardiola.
I mean,
What are
that's
we
just
doing
the
here?
boring one. We can't say that.
Yeah.
Let's go with
To be fair, if you don't give Pep Guardiola
Okay.
money, what happens?
That's a
We
good
don't
point.
know.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
Can't,
big
can't
question.
see
isn't
Karen
it?
Brady.
Is he
giving
gonna
him
play out from the
200
back
mil
with
every
Kurt
season
Zouma? I
for
don't
4
know.
left backs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is true. No, I think Pochettino would have been
yeah.
an interesting one. Off the bat. So if he didn't go Spurs and he came to West Ham, what could he have achieved at West Ham? With our owners, that's very dubious. But yeah, I think that's probably a
Pochettino
good
at
shout.
West Ham.
Yeah,
Decent.
but I wish we never sacked Redknapp, to be honest, and the circumstances around that were just poor. I think he criticised the owners in a fanzine, so they sacked him, and then because of that, we lost. Lampard ended up leaving because
Ferdinand, Carrick,
Could have all been so different. Eh?
yeah, it could have
Yeah,
been.
it really could have been. You could have won the league with that team.
He
Yeah,
sacked him
I know.
because of ego, and then
Yeah,
didn't work out.
we've always had the worst owners. Like whoever it's been, we've had crap owners. So-
Careful, they might sack you.
Yeah.
What about you, Matty?
I'm gonna go for early Jose Mourinho. So when Bobby Robson left in 2004, he
Rest in
recommended
peace,
to get.
man. Sir Bobby Robson.
So Bobby Robson recommended to get Jose Mourinho. Obviously worked for Bobby at Barcelona. They worked together there.
Yeah,
so
that's a great shout. That is,
he
mate.
did recommend him, but the Newcastle owners decided to go for Graham Souness instead. So imagine if we got a young Mourinho before he went to Chelsea.
Wow.
wow.
Soon
What,
as
Again,
a-
these
what an
tiny
L.
things that happen in the footballing world
Just
that just
change
trigger your
everything, though.
history, your
Yeah.
club's whole history. Chelsea? I mean, you've had most of them. But
yeah, so it's tough for me to pick. We've had nearly all of the managers. I think
Sean Dyche?
no.
Deichmaster.
My answer
Tony
would, would have been Pep, but that's too obvious. We've had everyone, like really.
Genuinely, yeah.
We've had Ancelotti.
What if you had Wenger in the 90s?
Ooh.
If he
Imagine
went
he
to
leaves
Chelsea?
Japan and comes to you instead of Arsenal.
I don't know. I don't think Wenger. No, I don't think Wenger. Wenger, Ferguson.
Who was your manager at that time? Was it
Glenn Hoddle.
Glenn Hoddle.
Glenn Hoddle. We had Ruud Gullit for a bit.
Ooh, that was bad time.
Yeah, I think.
We actually won the FA Cup.
Yeah, we did win some trophies,
2000.
courtesy to what people
Against
believe
us.
before 2003. We actually did win some trophies.
In the late
couple
90s,
Super
you
Cups,
won a few domestic
some FA
trophies,
Cups.
for
Yeah,
sure,
we had
man.
some European trophies as well.
So you're telling me you wouldn't have took Wenger in the 90s?
I mean,
Over
yeah, I
Glenn
would have
Hoddle.
took him, yeah, but I just can't envision Wenger at Chelsea. It's just too far fetched. You know what I mean? It just seems odd.
Do you sell them long
when I was
coats?
little, I thought Arsenal were named after to Wenger.
Arsene, yeah.
Yeah, because it was like Arsene Wenger. I was like, oh, they must be named after him. He must be like, that's his club. Do you know what I mean? When I was little, so my brain never processed that he could go anywhere other than Arsenal ever.
Interesting. Right, it is half time
Whoa,
in
whoa,
the
what's
Premier
yours?
League.
Who was
Mine-
you fan at Liverpool?
Oh yeah.
I have to be
What era? I mean,
Any? Take your pick.
so when Kenny left in like 91, we had Souness, and I think we won a League Cup under him, but in terms of league, we were way off it. And then Roy Evans came in, and then Gerard Houllier, God rest his soul, joined him as like a little duo. That didn't work, so Houllier got the job. Then it was Rafa. But I guess if we got in 2004, that's when Jose joined Chelsea as well, isn't it? And Rafa came to Liverpool.
What about instead of Roy Hodgson?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. There has to be.
Yeah, obviously Roy was off. So 2010. I mean, Klopp. If we'd have just had Klopp 5 years earlier,
Yeah.
genuinely, that's. It sounds weird to say because he's our manager and he's been here for almost 10 years now. But if we'd have got Klopp in 2010 and we just sold the project to him and we said, look, we need you, we need someone. I mean, at the
Would
time,
Klopp be as good though without the
at
experience?
the time, I think he was at Mainz, or would he have just been at Dortmund? Because I think
I'm not sure.
I'm
I'm
got
just
to the
thinking.
Champions
he
League
was still
final
being at,
2013.
I'm
with
just thinking
Dortmund.
if you got him that early, would he be
Would he
as
still
good
been
as
at
he?
Mainz, wouldn't he?
Would he have had the experience?
Okay, maybe I shouldn't say Klopp then. Let me go with.
I feel like that.
Do you know what?
experience
Let me
was
go
vital.
with an Ancelotti when Hodgson came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shout.
I think the names would have matched up at that time in terms of. Well, maybe they wouldn't have because he was still hurt after 2005.
Right, what if
Or when he
you would have
won in
got
2007.
Fergie before Man United? He never would have knocked you off your perch, and your childhood would have been amazing. You wouldn't have had all the Man United fans.
But at the
you know.
time, we had Kenny and like Joe Fagan and Bob Paisley.
If you think about it, when did they get him? Like late 80s?
86,
86. So,
at
Talking about
the
2-3.
time, we genuinely were the best team.
yeah,
in
you
Europe
were
and
good.
England.
But it was coming to the end, wasn't it? As you get closer
we
to
still
the
had it
90s.
for 5 more years.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
have known
5
it, but you
years.
wouldn't have known it was coming to the end as well.
Yeah.
No.
It's weird, isn't it? How it
That's
works.
the thing.
But
I
yeah,
can't-
I would've
honestly
gone
can't
for
think of any
Would
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti.
you?
We
But
had
alright,
everyone.
would you take that? If I said to you, time machine,
Yeah.
you cut Kenny's reign short, and you get Fergie.
Time to go, Kenny.
Scotland.
Yeah,
And
but this
Fergie
is
will be
hindsight,
there
mate,
for us. I
because
know, but that's what I'm
he
saying.
was our Aberdeen manager at the time.
It took 2-3 years. Well,
Yeah, but
didn't
this
it,
is
to get
we've
going?
got the gift of hindsight. That's what we're doing this with.
No, we did say time
I'm giving you a
machine, so I'll
time
let you off.
machine. Yeah,
Hot tub.
you can't use a time machine.
Oh,
without
go on
hindsight.
then.
No treble for Man United.
Yeah.
None of that happens.
And who would they have got? Mark Hughes, player manager, or something like that. Jemba, who knows?
Eric.
AGT, would you have had Ronnie Moran as manager after Kenny? Do you know what? Yes, I would have. Those who know about the famous boot room tradition at Liverpool, Ronnie Moran was there from the start and obviously died a couple of years ago. So Ronnie Moran saw everything at Liverpool. He stepped in to be interim manager loads of times during illness for Shankly and Paisley. So yeah, 100%. Right, it's half time. That means we're at a break and we'll see you very shortly for the second half. Don't go anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
Expressions, man. Big up yourself, man.
man.
Where's KG, man?
Who,
I
blood?
can't find KG.
Oh, no, bruv. He can't have G at the end of his name, blood. The amount of L's he's been taking. KL, blood.
KO, where's
he
KO?
at? Where is he, fam?
KO. We wanted to get him back on, but we heard that he's fled the country.
Is it? Where is he?
I think Brentford was more hungry, one, and two, we concede goal, individual mistakes. And then you can have a good plan, but then put the plan in the bin.
Where is he, blood?
That's why he's in Mexico.
Nah, bruv, he's
Mexico.
lying. He's lying. Them man there are in Chiquitos, blood, in Park Royal or something like about Mexico. About Mexico, blood. That looks like a green screen. Do you know
Could
them
you
way there?
believe, after he came in here last week, could
Yep.
you believe what you was watching for the final game, the big one of the weekend, Manchester United versus
Liverpool.
Liverpool. I'm interested. Break down what you think is going to happen in this game as well.
Bro, listen. Like,
It's fascinating.
Liverpool need to win this, innit? Yeah. Liverpool pumped them regardless. Whether they need to win or not, Liverpool pumped them, innit? But Liverpool defo need to win this game. You could argue that Liverpool, not that they weren't taking the first 2 games seriously, but you get me, the hate for Man United, yeah, you know they're going to be up for the game,
Casemiro might be there for the game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that guy can't have a work permit in that short space of time, blood. You know what I mean?
No, he plays in Europe.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He could be there in time for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
The game's on Monday.
Yeah.
You never know.
Who knows, blood? Can he speak English?
I don't know.
Exactly, blood. You know what I mean?
What difference does that make?
It makes a big difference because the only other Brazilian, actually, they ain't got any Brazilians because Fred ain't Brazilian. Bruv, him and Fred, they're not even gonna understand each other. Fred's from Peru, Para. You know them way there, fam. Telling you, but I reckon United are gonna be. Nah, you know what? Nah, it's not gonna. I reckon I could be I think United could win. You know. I think United could maybe honestly, I'm not gonna write off Man United, innit? I'm not going to, blood, but because this is important, I'm gonna go. I think United could win. Was that Anfield?
No, Old Trafford.
Oh, I'm going 2-2, blood. I'm going 2-2. Yeah, I'm going 2-2. I think Liverpool win.
I think United will give them a better game than what they'll give a better account of themselves against Brentford and obviously Brighton. But I remember that Brighton game, right? And the way Brighton pressed them. And Liverpool were
2-1 Liverpool. I'm changing my mind. Actually, no, 2-0. 2-0. Because United ain't even scored any goals, blood. United ain't even scored. Am I smoking budge? United ain't even scored any goals this season, blood. I'm going 2-0 Liverpool, bruv.
Well, I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. I think Ronaldo might get a goal maybe for United.
Yeah.
If Casemiro plays or he's at the ground, that might give the fans a little bit of a lift. But then when I'm thinking about it, they've got protests planned and stuff like that.
That's what I mean. And Red Light District Ronnie, blood, he ain't going to be on anything.
I just think Liverpool, that type of team, that's not the type of team you want to be playing when you need a win.
No, real
They're going to come, they're going to press. They need it. Like you just said, they need to win as well. Because, if they don't, United beat them, they'll be below United.
Exactly.
You could literally say, their chances of the league could be gone.
That's what I'm saying. Jurgen Klopp can turn to Jurgen Klopp, blood, in like 3 games, blood. You know them way there. From Jurgen to
obviously there'll be no Darwin Núñez, he's suspended.
Yeah, that's a good thing though, blood.
Salah,
you know them way there, fam.
I think this is
them man got Jota and who else, blood?
Firmino.
Yeah.
And I know they've got the injuries at the
back.
like
2 Bob Firmino.
Welcome back to DR Sports for the second half of the show. Another topic that I wanted us to get into, and I think we've all got enough knowledge to definitely take part in this one. The most overused phrases in football / your favourites / worst.
Don't get me started.
I'm going to start off, maybe not overused, but this is one of my favourites, and I heard it the other night on the Cop. Núñez missed an opportunity. And I heard someone say, "Bloody hell, he couldn't hit a dart ball with the hedgehog." So I like that one.
Or the Bondor one. The Bondor one.
That's the classic one, isn't it?
Yeah. Schoolboy defending is a personal favourite of mine, like schoolboy
Men
defending.
versus boys.
Yeah.
Capitulated.
Yeah.
A lot of people say
Under the cosh.
Under the cosh.
Great podcast.
Let me think. I'm thinking of
Parking the bus.
Parking the bus is a big one.
There's one.
Yeah. It's a 6-pointer.
Never liked.
Oh,
Yeah. You never like to see that happen.
Yeah. This is Manchester United we're talking about.
Manchester United.
This game needs a goal.
Yeah.
Great touch for a big man.
Yeah. It's funny, you don't hear that one so much these days.
Yeah. I said it about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Great touch for a big man.
For Haaland.
True, actually. Yeah.
Against you lot. What else? I'm sure there's more in the comments. We've got some very knowledgeable people in the comments here. Don't worry about that.
So you get numb to
It's a 2-horse race, says John. Squeaky bum time.
Squeaky bum time, yeah.
Brilliant
Squeaky
from
bum
user.
time, brilliant.
Yeah.
In and around, says Gal Sweet. I suppose so. In and around the box.
2-0 is a dangerous scoreline there.
Yes, love that one.
Yeah.
Tough cookie.
Getting in behind.
Yeah.
I think when you don't get behind, you get in behind.
That's it. Yeah. Crunk King. Most overused phrase in football. My grandma could have scored that. I like that one.
And she's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P., of course. Here's a nice segment, best nicknames in football. We'll get on to that after. Thank you for the super chat, though, BLST. At the end of the day, says Bilal.
Classic. One definitely has in the interviews, that, isn't it?
Smash and grab, says Joshua.
A game of two halves.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's got to be the most basic one I've ever heard in my life.
The interesting thing is how many of these are podcasts? Like most podcasts,
they're all podcast
Someone
names.
watching this going, right? Can't call it that anymore.
Yeah, literally.
Different gravy, says
Different
Daniel.
gravy. That's one that's sprung up a lot lately, hasn't it?
The 12th man, shout out Dan Potts.
Ooh.
Yeah, the 12th man, yeah.
12th man.
Yeah.
Pegged back, Adam Tutu.
Jeez.
In his locker.
Yeah, he's got it
got
in
a
his
bit of that
locker.
in
He's
his
got it in his
locker.
locker, yeah.
I hate the term recycling the ball, says Brandon. They're doing a great job here at just recycling the ball.
He's good at recycling the ball, he is.
Early
Pockets of
doors.
space. He's finding pockets of space.
Yeah, we like that one. Defo. Trust the process.
All the Arsenal fans out
How did
there.
we not have that one? Bloody hell.
Oh, here's one. You couldn't if you don't win the raffle. Sorry, you don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
If you don't shoot, you're not going to score.
What was Michael Owen's
If
one?
you miss a penalty, you're not going to score it. So
Goals win games, what make
Goals
goals
win
like
games.
that.
the team that scores the most goals will win the game.
Yeah.
Of course.
Didn't he say something like the teams that don't score rarely win?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
something
If you don't
like that.
score goals, well, you can't win games.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah. Someone missed the penalty once, and he went, "Oh, he's missed there, but I'd be happy with the connection." He did. He's absolutely smashed it into like row Q.
Good connection.
Oh, great strike though.
What
He
is this,
snapped his leg.
Wi-Fi broadband
Tell you
testing
what,
or
I'd
something?
be proud of that.
It's not like a golf driver into the rough, is it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like he's missed the penalty, Michael.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what.
He's not going to be happy with the connection.
He's in the rough.
Got a
Yeah.
few there.
Big time,
Downing
Charlie.
tools.
Downing tools.
Big
Yeah.
Downing tools,
They've
like, yeah.
totally down tools here. On the beach.
On the beach, we
the
used
beach.
to
How many
so
times
many
did we
times.
say that?
For
Yeah.
the last month of
Yeah.
DR Sports.
Yeah,
He's got his show.
Southampton.
He's got his
Yeah.
flip-flops on.
We're on the beach
Yeah.
now.
This is a great segment.
It's funny, someone said 2-0 was a dangerous scoreline. There was a point where 3-0 was a dangerous scoreline for us. We kept going 3-0 up, and then we just
still
capitulated.
Capitulated.
Could be.
Because you were under the cosh.
Yeah.
You got pegged back. Fox in the box. Game by game. It's just, I don't think that one.
The
counts, to be
camera save from Clement.
fair. Yeah.
Certain
He's
keepers
world
as well.
class on his day, says Wallin Cone. He was
Wow.
born offside. says
Offside, yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah.
Oh, like this one from Moisey, the corridor of uncertainty.
Oh,
Clever one.
yes.
Clever that one.
classic.
Yeah.
I
When
like that
Trent
one.
whips them balls into the corridor of uncertainty. Next goal is important.
Yeah.
It's 0-0, lads, when you go 1-0 up.
That's
That's a Sunday league.
That's a Sunday league.
Sunday
Always
league.
on
Yeah,
Sunday league.
That's a Sunday
I'm playing
league one.
Sunday league, well, charity game in Milton Keynes tomorrow, and I reckon that'll get.
That will
said.
get said.
The team will go 5-0 up and be like, it's 0-0.
0-0. It's 0-0,
Hey,
guys.
guess what? The one who says that has got it up here, mate.
Yeah.
He's the leader.
Yeah, he's always the
How
one.
many
Mentality
Prem
monster.
captains are saying that, I wonder? It's 0-0.
No one.
None.
Absolutely none of
Have you
them.
not been
That's
watching the
why they're
Amazon
Premier League captains.
documentaries? Not one person has said it yet in the Amazon docs.
Keep it tight. That's one I like. You
Keep
know,
it tight.
As
it
if
tight.
you were going to go on and play it loose.
yeah.
And not keep it
They
tight.
just have to know, yeah.
Could have been a cricket score.
Yeah.
Could have been a cricket score, that.
Turning into a
All the
cricket
time.
score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next goal is important. At the beach, he has glass ankles. Yeah, he's got knees made out of quavers.
Yeah,
That's what we
Quavers.
used to say about Duo Origi, to be fair. If anything, he's hit that too well. That's a great
Oh, wow. That's a brilliant one.
That one.
That is
That's a great one.
Who was that? That was Gowitzi. Brilliant.
That's quality.
That's a
one.
Michael Owen one.
Yeah.
proper
That's
Owen
really,
one,
really
man.
Too well. If
anything-
he,
Well over the
Anything.
bottom.
if he was a
He's hit
bit
too well.
shitter, he would have scored.
Yeah.
You never win anything with
shins it,
guts. Oh, absolutely shocking. If anybody, yeah, the cross comes in,
that's
it's
a
a goal. Absolutely shocking. Never win anything with guts. Yeah,
That's the saying, to be fair. You'll never win anything with kids.
there you go.
Yeah.
Could you do it in a cold, rainy night at Stoke?
Yeah.
That's a classic. That's my favourite one, though. If anything, he's hit that too well. That's the best one I've
That's
seen
the
so
best
far.
one.
No keeper can save that. Or
Yeah.
two keepers wouldn't even have saved it.
Yeah.
Put 10 of them in there. They're not getting to that. I'm pretty sure if there was 10 of them in there, Michael, they would.
It's interesting. Fergie times come up. You'll see it referenced quite a bit these days. But I mean, that was dodgy. That was a bit scandalous, wasn't it? The Fergie time stuff.
Fergie time stuff. Well, I mean, it was just all on him putting pressure on refs, isn't it? And the peer pressure. And
but now
knowing that if you didn't give him some time, you're going to get bollocking at full time in where the cameras aren't.
But now every time teams score in like the 94th minute, it's like he scored in Fergie time.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. And let's be honest, corruption, Fergie time.
Massive corruption.
Seriously.
No, it really was. It really was, though.
Fergie time, it's just extra time, but because he went like that, you got another minute out of it, and then they'd score the winner, and rubbish.
You didn't mess with Fergie.
Anyone know what a kosh is? That's a good question.
It's a
police whack you with?
Yeah, it's against.
Oh, is it like the truncheon?
Yeah, you know the one that comes out. It's like you
Or up against the
you
kosh.
just whack them with it.
You've seen a few of them at West Ham?
We had them charging at us at last game at Upton Park. They was coming with their koshes and.
So when they say under the kosh, it makes sense now.
You're under the kosh,
just there going, no, please stop. Rugby tackle, I've heard that one before. Sitter, he's Mr. Sitter.
Mr. Sitter, yeah.
What's that? Why sitter?
Why is
though?
it sitter?
Yeah, it's a sitter, isn't it?
What is a sitter?
What, you could just sit down and score that? Like,
Yeah.
Is that
Is that what it is?
Is that what it means?
I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
guess.
I wasn't even going to guess that.
I'd go with that.
Decent,
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Yeah.
Do you know what? How
It's
great it
gotta
would
be
be?
other
I'd love to
goalkeeper ones.
watch a game where the keepers actually do have butter on their gloves, just as like
Apparently
FIFA, you
the
can get-
Fulham manager used to do that in training. Cheese on the knees, butter on the gloves.
what a dairy guy!
Wow.
He smashed into Rose head. Classic.
Like running through porridge.
Running through sand is the one.
Yeah.
Quicksand is the one, isn't it? Looks like he's running in
one's
quicksand.
brilliant. They're doing everything here apart from throwing in the kitchen sink. They're throwing everything at them, even the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Why the kitchen sink though?
It's always been a thing, isn't it? Something about that kitchen sink, everything
What is the
included, because
kitchen sink about?
it's not just football that goes into life. I don't know.
It goes into life.
You don't expect kitchen sinks, do you?
Philosophical that. Early doors,
Let that
Fox
sink
in the
in.
box, 50 pence head. 50p.
50p, yes, 50p.
Yeah.
We've had a few players
Maguire.
like that.
Yeah.
God, there's so many.
Yeah, there's
Big up to
loads.
Shawnee Lawson. Yes,
probably
Alex
missing
Domain
loads
fella.
as well.
Big up to you, mate. He's overcooked that cross. Shawnee, you're good at these. Send in some more football cliches that are overused. Too much. The ones that we like.
Put it on a plate.
It was
is there as
raining,
well.
says Ty.
Yeah.
That was one that
That's
Ty brought to
unbelievable,
life.
Yeah.
This is liquid football. You're getting the
That's
sack in the morning.
Alan Partridge.
Yeah,
that
Alan
is.
Partridge.
Yeah.
Liquid football.
Liquid football.
Back of the net.
Striker.
Yeah, that's classic.
It's like a game of PlayStation. Gary Neville said that a couple of times.
Is that cliche, though?
That one straight out of the top drawer. Andy Gray used to love that.
Top bins.
Top bins.
Top bins,
Yeah.
Why top bins? What's bins about?
Well, they
Why
actually
is
put
that?
bins in the corners of the goals, don't
yeah,
they?
they do,
And
yeah.
they-
Ah, right, yeah, it's that's true,
yeah.
isn't it?
Target practice.
Surely they've got a better contraption than actually getting someone's
Yes.
wheelie bin.
Well, not being funny, but that's what Newcastle used as their players' ice baths.
We
There's
did,
really bins.
Thanks, Mike Ashley, yeah. That was
Really
our,
bins, really?
that was our ace pass and to make Ashley bins, eh?
They would
Google
How
it.
did you
Google
get
it, eh? I'll get a photo of mine. No, just jump in.
they'd take the bins out of the goals and then stick them in there and fill them with ice from Tesco's and go, right, get in, lads.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
Everyone can
That is a
Google it
howler.
just like I
Could you
am.
not
But,
afford like
No, their training ground is literally like a car park, though, isn't it?
oh, it is,
still
eh?
even now? No, you
Even
must
now-
have. You must have
oh my
upgraded.
days, I'm looking at it now.
You must have.
That's Yohan Kebab in there, isn't it?
Yeah, Ewan Kebab, Musa Sissoko,
Wow.
Vernon Anita, Cole
That's
Darlow.
insane to me.
In the bin.
We used to do that when I was a kid in the summer because we didn't have a swimming pool or nothing. So
Well, you
you
just get in
used
the
to
bin.
fill the bin up with cold water and just be like, that's your swimming pool.
Oh,
There's a meme of a guy sitting in the sun
Sitting
in
paddling
this summer.
pools. That was-
An old guy
instead
sitting
of a
in the bin,
each, they just get a
and then
paddling
someone pulls
pool.
up.
That was
to him, he's
Mike
like-
Ashley's
Do
investment.
you remember?
I see that.
Yeah. You can't just leave me alone. I'm trying to enjoy my day. I'm in the bin. What's got to do with you? I'm sitting in the
He
bin.
looks like a mouse, that guy.
Yeah, he
That's an
does. He
actual
looks like a
rat.
mouse. Yeah,
that.
I'm in the bin. What? You want to fight? You want to fight me in the
Have you not
bin?
seen this video?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's
I've
so
seen it.
good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I
quality.
retweeted that. It was brilliant.
quality.
But when I was there, I was sitting there thinking, wow, that was like my childhood, man. That's what we used to do in East London. Like,
Goal for Brentford!
Oh, they did back.
wow.
We said that 2-0 was a dangerous lead.
It is a
And it was
dangerous lead.
proven.
It's always a dangerous
Ivan
lead.
Toney.
Wow.
Wow, the Whites have
Wow.
thrown it away to the Bees.
Crossed into the corridor of uncertainty. And
That's it. And I tell you what, Fulham are under the cosh now. And I tell you what, Ivan Toney, great touch for a big man as well.
Maybe they've down tools. Maybe they've down tools for them. To be fair.
Anthony says, an overused football praises, you know damn way there, fam.
It is now.
It is. It is. Oh, unreal. Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable,
No,
Jeff.
do you know what's becoming a new? And I do a lot of stuff with Tobes. Hold that.
Hold that. Yeah.
Hold that.
All the time.
What?
All the
What
time.
am I holding?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been disallowed. Ivan
really?
Toney's goal's been disallowed.
Oh,
You know.
Fulham 2, Brentford
If
1.
my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bicycle, says Harvey. They've
that's-
thrown in
that's
the
from
towel.
Yeah, they
They've absolutely thrown in the towel.
Yeah.
The keeper's had a howler.
Hospital
Pitch was
pass.
too dry. Hospital pass.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's
yeah.
a Sunday
That's a
League
Sunday
one.
League one all
Proper.
day.
Hospital
Yeah.
pass,
That's an
I've
absolute
seen.
hospital pass, man. Get off. What else have I heard in Liverpool? Honestly, the Sunday League shouts you hear on a Sunday morning when everyone's hungover in Liverpool. What was it he said? I remember being a defender for a corner, defending a corner, and this geezer's come over to me. Oh, the Cop TV shite, lad. As I'm like defending a corner, I'm like, what? And then I headed it out, and I was like, he just got in my head. It was good though. I rated it.
Do you get
Well,
people
didn't
trying to like snap you because if they recognise you on YouTube?
I got snapped badly in a charity game about a month ago. Actually, funnily enough, keeper was taking a goal kick. I was CDM, so the guy was stepping back as the ball was coming, and I just stood there like that, and he kind of bounced off me. Got his elbow, went like that into me, and I went, mate, this is a charity game for a kid with cancer. Like, are you all right? And then he was like, oh shit, you're from the Cop TV, lad. So yeah. Anyway, goal at Leicester. James Maddison.
Wow.
He's trying to show off. He's proven he's worth 60 million. He wants that move up north, doesn't he? Look at him trying his best.
Strutting his stuff.
1-0 up.
What,
now
Chelsea
Leicester.
don't want him no more, no?
What, Madison? We never wanted
I
Madison.
saw you was linked
Nah,
with Maddison.
Newcastle.
Nah, it's
No, he's
Newcastle.
never linked.
Before,
Madison.
like early doors, no?
No, never.
Yeah.
James Madison amongst the goals.
Good player, though. Very
You know
good
what?
player.
Had a very good output last season, James Maddison.
Can you imagine like a Joe
Really
Linton,
good.
Bruno Guimaraes
Around
pivot
17
with
goals.
James Madison,
Unreal.
10.
Yeah.
Set maximum on the left, new
Yeah,
wing
they
on
had
the
12
right.
goals and 8 assists last season, Madison. Absolutely unbelievable. For
That's
what was
insane.
obviously quite a poor season for Leicester as well, really,
Yeah.
wasn't it? I think they didn't do too great, so
That's insane.
still shined.
That's in the Premier League, is it?
Yeah.
Or is that in all comps? Because they're obviously in.
I think that was Prem, bro.
Prime, man.
Yeah, because
He scored in Europa and that
I
as
think
well.
he scored a few goals last year.
Yeah.
He scored against us,
Oh.
a banger in the league.
You look at that
Cup
there,
as well.
all-time Premier League top scores for Leicester. He's had 35 goals, third in the list. Again,
Wow.
was he? Is it?
Big Emil Heskey
Very
as well,
impressive.
mate. What a legend, Big Emil.
I wonder if.
Under the lights, he's got to go off there. We're taking it one game at a time. That's a very good one. That's more a player in an interview after.
Yeah. That's why I appreciate players like Rice and Antonio, because so many players are just tedious. They might not even be interviewed. No personality, dry. And you come on and see Rice and Antonio got personality about them. You've got something.
Antonio's great on an
Yeah,
interview,
like
isn't
none
he?
of
Yeah,
your
he is.
players are like that. You don't have that, do you?
Past his sell-by date.
Who
says
you?
Anthony.
Like, your players are dry. Like they've got no personality. What's that about?
I'm trying to think.
You ain't got anyone in your team, have you? He's got a bit of something.
We had Rudiger. He's
No,
not here
we
anymore.
got a couple.
Yeah, they got
of
Saint
guys.
Maxim. I'll say Saint Maxim. I think
He's giving out Rolexes. Where were you
Yeah.
when he was giving that up?
Got one.
Did you see the guy he gave the Rolex to? He was just sort of like, he gave him like his last fucking Rolo or something. He was like, oh, thanks, mate.
Good trade, that.
I'd be selling
Roller
that.
for a roller.
Yeah.
If that was me, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
wow,
I'd
thanks,
be running
man.
straight
Give
to
me-
Timpson's,
Straight
mate.
to the nearest pawn shop next to
Yeah.
St.
Oh, listen,
Literally.
that Rolex that I've just
converters,
received would not
eBay.
be in my
on
possession
the
for
cash
more than an
converters.
hour. I would have sold that immediately.
Trust me, for 4 times the price.
You'd be grateful, wouldn't it? Rather than going, oh, cheers, but can you sign this, please?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what's
I'll
that
take
about?
that back then. That was 40 grand.
Yeah, why do you want a signed program? You got 40 grand in your pocket right now. What's wrong with you?
What's up with your fans? What's going on?
I don't speak for all of them. I don't know about Barry. He wasn't happy with the Rolex.
You just annoyed me.
What about that Geordie Rick bloke?
Oh, legend.
Ah, do you know what?
Woo! No, he knows all about him.
Yeah.
He knows all about him.
Do you know
His
what?
fan base were in bits, mate, because he was the one that said Declan Rice, who's Sean Longstaff's better than Declan
Yeah,
Rice.
and it was brilliant because then, right, Rice scores and you see Longstaff in the back and Rice is doing the shh, and it was brilliant. And I actually met that Geordie Rick when I come down, didn't I? Long after, and we'd beat you then, and like we just kept beating him at that point. All that talk. And where's Longstaff now? And now they're piping up again going, oh, Bruno's better than Rice. Bruno. Like, did you learn from Longstaff?
No, don't compare Bruno Guimaraes to Longstaff, please. Don't do it. Bruno Guimaraes is a proper player.
Right. But the fact that everyone compares their players to Declan Rice,
let me ask
does that
something.
not tell you something?
Why?
Welcome to being a Trent fan.
But Declan Rice liked that tweet, the woo thing, and then people were saying because when he went to corner flag, he started doing the Ric Flair walk.
Oh, really?
So, he'd seen it, he liked it and everything.
Where
do you, because obviously
Geordie
every time I speak to a West Ham fan,
Unreal.
they rate Declan Rice
here we
so
go. Here we go.
highly.
We've already spoken
He's
about
just
this, but we're here again.
incredible.
Here we go.
Best player in our history, right? Where do you rank him in DMs in the world? I want to know.
In the world,
Yeah.
he's easily top 10. Easily top 10, I would say. Because
Kimmich.
you look at it in the Prem,
He's 10th, I'd
he's
say.
probably 10th. Oh, in the world.
DMs in the world, yeah, I'd say he's about 10th.
Who's 1 through 9?
1 through 9.
One's
In
ju-
no
one's-
order.
one's just saying to
Rodri,
United.
Fabinho, Casemiro for
Is
sure.
Fabinho in his current form? I mean, or not. Yeah.
Relax yourself.
He's been poor recently.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
well,
that's
let's look
true.
at what he's won. Let's put his medals on. The
Oh
table,
right,
yeah?
okay.
Alright.
Well, why don't we get
I know,
it's better than Declan Rice.
why don't we get
for Christ's
why don't we
sake.
get Brewster's medals as well and put them on the table,
Well,
shall we?
wait a minute. Put Adrian's medals on the table and let's compare him against, Martinez. Who would you rather have? Martinez from Villa, or would you rather have Adrian with the medals?
Adrian.
Shameless.
Right, I'm trying to name some more DMs here.
Casemiro,
Running out.
Rodri. So Casemiro, Rodri, Fabinho,
Kante.
Kimmich.
Better than Declan Rice.
I wouldn't say Kante's even a DM.
Who would you have right now? Would you swap Kante for Rice and a straight swap? Yes, you would. Don't even.
I mean, actually, yeah, I probably would because I know. First of all, Rice is going to stay fit, and second of all, Rice is on an upward trajectory, and Kante is going to be heading down. So
We've put a poll out for you guys to decide at home. Is Declan Rice top 10 in the world when it comes to CDM positions? Let's go through a couple more phrases here. You guys have been brilliant sending these.
Penalty
in,
for
They've come in
Palace.
through their
Penalty
thousands.
for Palace.
And we will get on to that, but there has been a penalty given at Selhurst Park. Another opportunity for Palace to take that lead again, legitimately this time, Matty.
Through Zaha as well, you'd imagine he's going to step up here for Palace.
This is big.
We went to a VR review, it took them a while to come to the decision.
We'll get through a couple of phrases before that is taken.
Can't see the penalty. We're just seeing people's reactions. People watching the penalty.
Waiting for the
Here's a
score
good one.
update.
Taking one for the team. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
Another red for Xhaka is another one. We've got
red
the
for
wind.
Xhaka.
Yeah, we've got the wind with us this half, boys. That's a Sunday league.
That's a
thing,
Sunday
isn't
That's
it?
definitely
Nah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
We're down
so
now.
Sunday.
They don't want it, boys.
I
That's
think
a
it may have
Sunday
been
league
saved,
thing.
that penalty, He saved it.
Saved
Penalty is
it!
saved.
Oh, my
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. It's a rebound.
Rebound.
Yeah.
Rebound. The
Wilfried
goalkeeper.
Zaha has
Zaha
scored
has scored.
his
yeah.
second goal, and he's
Yeah.
now on a hat trick with around half an hour to go.
He really wants that move, guys. I'm telling you. Look at him playing out of his skin.
Apparently an
Starting
unbelievable save from Villas Martinez, but Zaha does get the rebound.
Yeah.
Lucky escape there for Wilfried Zaha.
And Stevie G behind again after going in front with Aston Villa. It's not looking good with half an hour to go for the Villa unless they can turn it around. Sean says, get chalk on your boots. That's a good one.
Bunch of bottle jobs. Someone just said in the comments.
Bottle jobs is a big
hilarious.
Bottle
question.
jobs.
Declan Rice, top 10 in the world. 38% yes, 62% no.
He's just overhated. Like people just because
No, he's overrated.
he's
That's
over. No,
what you meant to say.
he's definitely not overrated. People every time he plays for England, everyone's just on his case. They're so critical of him from day one. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Why people don't. But everyone would take him at their club. Everyone would take him at
No,
their
I'm
club.
not sure that's necessarily true. Otherwise, people would
Would
have.
you take him at your club?
I would take
Well, there
him,
you go.
depending on the
Would
right
you
price.
take him at your club?
Oh, yes, I
Would
would.
you take him at your club? Don't even try. Don't start wincing.
You
and-
asked me.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have him.
Come
Over
on.
Fabinho, no. Definitely not.
I mean, if
Playing
Bruno
one
gets
midfielder?
injured, he
Wait,
could probably get
You're sitting there playing like Henderson and that.
Yeah, Champions League, Premier League.
Oh, come on.
Oh, listen. Henderson. You can't have a go at Henderson, mate.
I'm just
what he's
saying.
done.
Who
What he's
would
done,
you?
Declan Rice would never
Who
be
starts
able
for
to do.
Liverpool? Henderson. or
Thiago
Rice?
Henderson and
Thiago's not fit
Fabinho.
ever, so.
But that would be my three to start every week.
So
Henderson
Rice
would still
wouldn't
start for you in
over
the 8.
Henderson.
Really?
Not in the right side of a.
Would you
of
not
a
rather
three,
have
no.
Elliott in the 8 at this point?
Yeah, yeah.
So Elliott would start over Henderson.
If Henderson's injured, you play your captain, man. You play your captain, and Elliott comes in more this season. Maybe starts ahead of Thiago a bit more.
Do you not think you could be
With his
better in that
injury.
8 role?
Well,
I feel like
Harvey
Henderson
will
more
be
of a
playing
six.
on Monday.
I feel like Henderson could become more of a 6.
Yeah, I can see that. But I that's my opinion.
I really wish that all the other managers rated Rice the way fans do, because then no one would be trying to sign him and we'd just keep him forever. So, if only.
Someone just said a captain's performance as well. That's a
a
good
proper
one.
captain's performance. That.
Anyways, Alex, we're going to look forward to Monday night football now. There is obviously games on Sunday that we can touch on soon, including my Newcastle United. But your Liverpool have another great start of the season, coming against Manchester United, who have had an even worse start of the season. Bottom of the league.
But the mad thing is, if they beat us, they go above us.
Yeah, that's crazy. That shows that it is still early doors. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
of course.
That
It's
catchphrase there.
very, very early. Oh, there. There's
Yeah.
the-
Are you
Early
worried?
doors.
Is
Early
it
doors.
squeaky bum time yet
Well,
for Liverpool?
Put it this way, let's say,
Palace
and we didn't
stations.
obviously, but let's say we beat Palace 3 or 4-0. I would have gone into this game thinking this is going to be another 3 or 4-0. And it could still happen because Brentford did it last week. Anything's possible, but I'm less confident going into it than I think I wanted to be, which isn't an ideal situation. And when it is Old Trafford, when it is United, there is that whole the form goes out the window. But I do think if we
Another
score that
cliche.
first goal, mate, in the first 15 minutes, they will crumble like a house of cards.
So the
If
atmosphere.
it's half time, 0-0, then they've got every chance. But if you're a Liverpool fan, go into that game, you want to give the boys all the energy you can give them and make sure you score in the first half, because that's like the recipe for disaster for United. Get an early
Brentford-
goal and they go.
If Brentford can go 4-0
Well-
up within, 30, 40 minutes, and surely Liverpool are licking their lips in training this
Flex
week,
said it
surely.
could be 7-0.
It could be. It should be. Brentford should have been 5 or 6. Easy.
It's not going to be 7-0, man.
If
He
you
said
don't
best
win this
3-0,
game,
worst 7.
honestly, like, are you going to be worried about the season? In fact, of like, you know what, we might be in a top 4 race, not a title race, because, jeez, like,
It's not even. I don't like thinking about it, but
I don't think Liverpool will be in the top
I think
4
we
race.
win tomorrow. I think we win. Sorry, Monday.
Yeah.
I think we win.
Comfortably.
And then obviously that could kickstart our season. Got the Champions League draw, Champions League coming back as well. And I think, with the lack of pre-season that we've had, we've got 12 injuries right now at the minute as well. But if we can find a way to beat United, then the season starts from there, I'd say.
if we can find a way, you act like it's like we're Man City.
No, but I don't.
somehow.
No, but I'm not.
You're
going
still,
to-
this is Manchester
Yeah.
United we're talking
You're
about.
not
yeah.
taking him for granted.
No, I'm not, mate. Because I don't think we beat them 5-0 2 years in a row. This would be our 3rd year of winning there if we win on Monday. But I'm not going to say 4 or 5-0. I'm not.
Do you
I
see
think- I
them
think
being
like
a goal
3-1.
threat though,
exactly what I
against you?
said.
Are you worried about them going forward?
Well, listen, if Palace can score against us and Fulham score too, then I know United are very poor,
There's
but they
nothing to
could
be
still
worried about
score
Man
as well.
United going forward. If you can't deal with Man United going forward right now, then I mean,
Well, you say that, but Van Dijk's off it. I think Trent's
Is Phillips
going
gonna
to
play?
as well. No, Gomez will play. Gomez
okay.
will definitely 100% play. Who, let's not forget, his partnership with Van Dijk in the first half of that 2018-19 season and the title-winning season was impeccable. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk were impenetrable for like a good 8 months, and then Gomez got a massive injury. Matip came back into the team, Konate, etc. But they're all injured, apart from Gomez. So
The thing is, it's going to be interesting
This
to see
is
if
a big chance for
Casemiro will be able to play, and if he starts, because
No,
that
no,
is-
he can't. He
oh,
can't.
he isn't.
Nah, he
Because
can't.
that,
Way too
well, that's
late,
good because the midfield, I think, is where you're quite
there
weak
for
at
the
moment.
taking,
Yeah, and really, if they've got McFred in the middle, then that's a huge sigh of relief for Liverpool, I think.
This
I'd
is
agree.
this is a big chance for Gomez to try and push himself up the pecking order because he's had a lot of injuries now, and like you said, he started off brilliantly, came from Charlton, did his thing, but then just kept falling down the pecking order. I want him, even though listen, I don't want really Liverpool to do well. I think a draw would be brilliant. That would be hilarious. 3 draws out of 3. That would be funny.
not really,
but
but yeah. You maybe.
What's
for
the
him,
feeling on
I
FSG?
hope he does
Sorry,
well.
I didn't mean to cut you off there. And I was just asking, I want to see what good feeling on FSG and spending. Like, you've won the league, you've won the Champions League. There's a lot of money coming in. And it's not really getting spent. It's not getting put out.
Well, it is getting spent with the new training ground, the new stadium improvements that we're making, and we have bought players. We have
Bought
spent
Nunes,
money.
But
you
well,
know.
let's talk about net spend,
listen.
as someone once said.
About which?
Net spend. I mean,
net
have
spend.
have Liverpool really sold?
Because
much?
you
They
sold
haven't.
Coutinho, obviously, and you was dining off that money. I know it was a while ago, but when you look at it, the money that you
We've made a lot of money this year alone through Nico Williams, Mane. There's a few others that have gone for quite decent money. Origi, I think we got 20 mil for
You've probably balanced the books.
Minamino, 17 for Minamino. So the money's there. But again, you know Klopp's way of doing business. He doesn't just buy anyone. He likes to buy the right man. And if next year we get Bellingham, then all this complaining will be forgotten about, mate. Because that's who we want. And I was a bit gutted when Nunez went to Wolves, if I'm honest. Because I do think we're a little bit light in midfield. I think Keita,
I think you could do with 2 midfielders.
all injured.
I don't
Curtis
see.
Jones injured.
Goal for Southampton. We're on cue there together. It's an equaliser for them at the King Power. Southampton have pulled it back there. It's now Leicester 1, Southampton 1, thanks to Che Adams.
Yeah, massive equaliser that.
2 2-1s and 2 draws so far.
Don is that's a better Geordie accent there. As you say, your old boy. He's not doing it, mate.
Nah, he's not doing it,
Hey?
man. He's
Benitez, your hero.
as we said, past his sell-by date.
Yeah.
Classic line.
When
Yeah.
was
Past his
that
sell-by
when
date.
was that sell by date?
About 2017.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a long time ago.
But back onto that midfield thing, though, I don't see why Bellingham is preventing you from going for somebody now, because Keita's injury prone, Ox is injury prone, Milner's getting on. So
I think the feeling is that next summer we're going to have a lot of outgoings in our midfield that will balance up the books even more. So Milner's on a big wage. He just got a year contract extension. He'll probably go. Ox will go. Keita will go. They're talking about him maybe not signing a new deal. If we can use Naby as a make weight to bring in Jude, that sounds good to me.
Makes sense.
But I don't think there's one. If you said to Klopp, who's the one midfielder you'd like to buy, it would be Bellingham. And he's just got his heart set on him. That doesn't mean to say that you can't have other targets. Like you shouldn't just have an option A. Like where's your option
Where's
B,
your plan
C,
B?
and D?
Like, what are you doing to close the gap on Man City this season? That's the question.
Well, we're trying. We're trying.
they haven't closed it.
Yeah, it's not. I can't see
That
a
gap
world
is
where
1
Liverpool-
point, by the way.
Yeah, but I feel like the gap's
not like
wide.
10 points.
I
feel like it's
the gap's
widened
wide.
now.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
widened due to them getting Haaland, isn't it, and you losing Marnie. Depending on what obviously happens with Darwin Núñez.
But even the midfield, I think when you look at City bringing in Phillips Fernandinho, who was pretty much alive.
Let's not forget though, City have sold Sterling, Zinchenko, Jesus, Silva might go. I'm pretty sure they've sold more as well.
I don't think Silva will go now. Yeah, I don't think Silva will go. But yeah, I get you. In terms of like reliable depth, there's a lot of players gone from that City team that Pep would have been able to bring on off the bench, and you would be able to hang your hat on and say, I can rely upon him to change a game. I can know Sterling's going to come on, Jesus is going to come on, change this game.
Do you really think if Pep really wanted Jesus and Sterling to stay, he couldn't have kept those players?
They were running into their last year, and so is Mahrez, and I think the rotation has caught up with them now. They're both at the age where they want to play regularly week in, week out. There's a World Cup coming up. Jesus has been a rotation player enough. Sterling has been a rotation player enough. So I think it was the right time, to be fair. I think he did want to keep them. I think he wanted to keep one of them. I don't think he wanted to let both go. But if they're not going to sign a new contract, that's free money. You can't just throw that away.
As neutrals, how do you see the game going on Monday? Do you think it's what everyone is saying it's going to be, or
2-0 Liverpool I went with.
2-0 Liverpool?
I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think Ronaldo may pop up with a goal for Man United, but I think Harvey Elliott will produce another big performance. In the second half, I think he'll just run away with it.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-0 Liverpool, honestly. I just don't see them really being a threat. It's one Liverpool have to win. It's a
United
must win.
have to win
They
this,
do
mate.
have to win, but they can't. I don't think they're capable of winning. I think Liverpool are capable of winning. Like, that's the problem. They're just a shambles. I think they're real shambles.
Do you know what's mad? Like, if Man United keep Ronaldo, then they've got Ronaldo, Casemiro, and even Varane still there. And then if Maguire doesn't go to Chelsea,
Maguire's not coming to Chelsea.
How can Harry Maguire still be captain in that dressing room? We've got Ronaldo, Varane, and Casemiro, to name a few. Like, there's no way he can still be the captain, man.
They're not going to strip off the captaincy mid-season now.
Gerrard did it just before the season started.
I don't see Ten Hag doing that. I think he's going to leave him as captain for at least the season.
The
But
thing
In
is,
that
you
dressing
said-
room, how can you? It just doesn't make
It
sense.
is,
You
it's
said
backwards
form
as well.
goes out the window, right? Because it's a derby. But how many players that are there that really understand the importance of this derby? Probably Ronaldo.
Probably
Who
Rashford, but he
else?
doesn't turn up anymore.
Yeah, but is he that guy that
McTominay, maybe?
digs deep? Yeah, there's no one there to really galvanise the team like the Roy Keanes and them sort of players.
De Gea should know by now, but he's having a stinker at the minute.
Yeah, he's dropped off a cliff. And Henderson was actually looking good for Nottingham Forest against
Saved
us.
the penalty against
Yeah,
Ricey boy.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
he
of
was.
speaking of Racey boy, the poll has been complete. Over 600 votes. 66% said no to Rice being in the top 10 in the world. 33 said yes.
2/3, man.
They'd all have him at their clubs.
Super chat time. Big up to Aaron Preet. Sends in £5. Who says, "Love you, Matisse."
Thank you.
Psych. Big up the Big Six podcast.
Yes! Now I know it's happening.
How does this continue to happen to me? I just don't understand.
That's amazing.
He was
You gotta love this
so
super
happy.
chat.
He was so
Absolutely
happy.
love
He was like, "Oh, thanks, thank you."
Yeah, happens every time, mate.
Brilliant.
Damien says 2-1 to the Scouse Mugs, unfortunately. That's very nice, Damien. Thank you, mate. I'm a Man United fan. It will be 6-0 to Liverpool, says ENK. Honest, at least. They haven't turned up. You guys just said it.
We can't lose, though. This is great, right? You know, if Liverpool lose, then hilarious because they still haven't won a game. If
It's a win-win for you.
If Man United
basically.
lose, it's like it's a win-win. If they draw, I think both of them. I mean, Man United probably bite your hand off for a draw.
Goal in West London, and this
it's
time it is
That guy
Ivan
again.
Toney who gets the equaliser. Matty, Fulham peg back.
That guy again. Ivan Toney. 2 goals for him today. 2 goals for Brentford. 2-0 down. 2-2 at Craven Cottage. Desmond. Toney on it again, man. Used to play for Newcastle years ago, Ivan Toney. I would snap your hands
Imagine
off
if
to
he
have him
stayed
back.
at Newcastle, mate.
Well, this is the thing, right? This is how badly run Newcastle were. When Rafa Benitez was at Newcastle, he came in, he asked about the loan market. Is there any young players I should know about where that are out on loan at other clubs, developing well through the academy? Ivan Toney was on loan. Nobody told him. Rafa Benitez, nobody told him that Toney was on loan.
They forgot.
Yeah, they didn't even know he's on loan.
Oh, mate.
How can you not know that your own players are?
Palace, and it gets worse for Stevie G and Aston Villa. They're now 3-1 down, and Mateta, Jean-Philippe Mateta has scored for Palace on the 71st minute. Bad day this at the office here for Aston Villa.
Called it before the start of the show about Steven Gerrard's Villa. I'm telling you, needs sacked.
Honestly, the future
Terrible.
looking big
Terrible.
for Liverpool, man. When he takes over Liverpool,
He's not taking over Liverpool.
Not anymore. He's
not.
not.
Listen, I'm not being funny, but they're all like,
Why does everybody assume he's gonna?
the
end up at
Liverpool fans were all saying, "Oh, you know,
This is a litmus test, and he's failing it right now.
Yeah,
So
100%.
he's not going anywhere.
He's not
near
making uni at the minute. He's field his grades.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so
Unconditional offer declined.
Who wins the manager debate, Lampard or Gerrard? They're all looking pretty,
Neither.
pretty poor.
Yeah.
They'll both be end up in Sky Sports studio. If they're
Two
not careful.
world-class midfielders, but two.
They'll be sitting alongside us in the next couple of years.
If they're lucky.
Aye.
If they're lucky.
Being
Also,
me.
you were having a go at Steve Bruce earlier. West Brom 4-0 up.
Well, it's about
Yeah.
time. They were in the relegation zone. That's I'm not sure where they're sitting now, but they were in the bottom.
That
three
could
before
be
that
you
game.
winning 4-0 in the Championship.
I'd rather
Enjoying
be
yourself.
unbeaten in the Premier League so far this season.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think you should talk to Newcastle too much.
Yeah.
Trajectory-wise, you should be careful.
What do you mean trajectory-wise?
I think Newcastle on the up. And
Come on, you're just saying this because they've got Saudi owners.
Yes.
Because they've got. They're on the up.
they are on the
That
up.
doesn't mean they're on the up.
They are on the up.
Happens-
Factually, since their owners are coming and Eddie Howe's come in,
That's not the up.
statistically they've been on the up. They went from
that
bottom
is
of
true,
the
though.
they went from the
It is
bottom of the
true.
league to literally mid-table and top 4 in
Purple
terms of form.
patch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
and
say.
you guys, I don't know. I mean, Aaron Cresswell.
European semi-final, mate.
If that didn't happen, you would have been in the Champions League. But maybe, yeah.
Let's see what they do this season. Let's see what they do.
I think
before
they'll be
we
close
say
to you.
They're on the up.
I think they'll be close to you,
You've
especially
got
if David
a
Moyes
proper- I thought
doesn't
you
keep
used to
playing.
support
David
them.
Moyes.
You've got a proper hatred for
Can't
them
make your
now,
mind
haven't you?
up.
Yeah, no, listen.
No, he's
Don't
just
like
very
him now,
defensive
do you?
of West Ham. Very defensive of West Ham.
No, but listen, Newcastle. I don't know. They're one of those clubs. I think because they're getting the money, they are a threat. They are a threat. But
Any jealousy there at all?
of course,
But
because
West
we've
Ham-
got Golden Sullivan. They had Ashley. So when I used to chat to Matty and other Newcastle fans, we used to share that. We used to bond over that. Oh, Ashley's Golden Sullivan.
I know.
You know.
Yes.
And now look what they're going to leave us.
You spent money this summer, though.
We have spent.
How much have you
money.
spent this summer?
I think around 100 mil.
More than us. So who's got the money?
Yeah, but you spent 100.
Tobacco.
What did we spend in January? Nothing.
Nothing,
What
right.
did you spend? 160 million?
90 million in January.
You said
That's a few
160.
quid, that.
including this summer.
Oh, okay, including the summer.
It's a good
You
few
know what I
quid.
mean?
Skamaka's here, you know.
Good saying that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good.
That's-
signing.
Scored on
That is-
Thursday night in the Conference League.
Yeah, he did. It
In
was
the World
and
Cup.
Cornet, amazing ball from our other signing, Maxwell Cornet, and then
Good.
just a great. I can't believe Chelsea didn't go for Skamaka. Honestly,
He's a good signing, Skamaka.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same of Man United, Chelsea. Why didn't they
Yeah.
go for him?
Yeah,
But
yeah, 100%.
let's see how he does at West Ham. Little trial first.
a little trial. Leave it out. Don't be coming to me next
Work
season.
experience.
Next summer he's going to be going, how much would you accept for Skamaka? What would you accept? And I'm going to go like 80 mil. He's going, oh, take 40 mil and Ross Barkley. Like, get out of here, man.
Don't forget, there are some games tomorrow in the Premier League as well. Leeds at home to Chelsea. That is a massive game. 2 o'clock, West Ham at home to Brighton. And then we've got the big one, Newcastle and Man City. Let's talk to Dan first on the West Ham game. Brighton are a team that are on the up. I think we can agree with that.
Potter's Army.
Potter's Army. And
team.
they come to West Ham with, on form right now. Are you
Unbeaten as
scared
well.
of the Seagulls here?
Listen, we haven't beat them since they've come up. The last time we
Bogey
beat
team.
them,
Bogey.
I was there. I was at Upton Park 10 years
Bogies.
ago in the Championship. We smashed them 6-0, and they took that personally.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we cannot beat this team.
What is it about Brighton that's so hard to beat?
I don't know. Every time, like we seem like we're going to beat them. Like look at last season. All we had to do was beat them, and we was in top 6. We were winning. We were in cruise control, and we let it slip. They don't like us.
More sayings.
I
Cruise
need
control, let it slip. This is brilliant.
Keep 'em coming.
As you go on the show,
Just
you
note
can
these
see.
down.
Yeah,
You need to note
100%.
these down, 'cause
More
I'm
of
gonna
them are
throw
coming
out
in.
But yet the bogey team, that is another one, isn't it?
Yep, there you
it
go.
is,
And
yeah.
they are one.
Big time.
They are one for us. But tomorrow, I don't care. This is the time. This is the time for us to beat Brighton. We got no points on the board, and we're at home.
No points.
We
We
got
got lose
no-
both games.
Yes, we lost both games. Don't act like you didn't know this. Don't act like you did not know this. We lost both games.
In the relegation threat, if anything.
But nah,
You
listen,
went
I've-
West Ham United, Manchester United, not Newcastle United.
listen. I said we'd start slowly. You know this,
Listen,
Matisse.
listen.
Yeah, you fucking
I need-
slow for sure.
I need to come on our show on Monday with my chest fully out and say, what are you saying? We
What a
smashed
win.
Brighton.
Hold that.
4-0.
Hold that.
Hold that.
Because you know Toby's going to be doing
You
it.
know them way there.
You know that boy there?
Yeah, if Arsenal can lose and Chelsea lose, then I can at least start to look down on you and Dan Potts.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. I mean, listen, if you beat Brighton, fair play to you, but they're a good team. I
They
think
are a
they are a
good
good
team.
team.
I'm
Brighton
worried.
are a
Very
very
good
tough team, man. Potter's a great manager, so
But
I
they've
think it'll be a
sold.
tight
Look,
game.
they've got rid of Cucurella. They've got rid of Basuma.
Yeah,
They've got rid of Mope.
but
Yeah.
still started the season
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah,
Welbeck's going to score against us. I
I
just
signed
know
a
it.
new deal. Well, bet.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Wow, 37 years old.
but we have
Probably
to.
not.
No, he's not. He's like 32, but he just never
He
aged.
started really young, but I think he burst onto the scene at what?
He was
17?
That's another
unbelievable.
one.
Unbelievable
Burst
that first
Burst
year
onto the
season.
scene. There you go. Hey.
Look
It was
at
that Mika
Richards.
Richards.
You know, when I burst onto the scene.
There's not the scene.
You know what?
Score prediction: West Ham, Brighton.
Score prediction. I'm going to say
Careful.
He's nervous.
nervy
Ooh.
2-1 West Ham.
Squeaky bum time at the
It's
end.
going to be. I tell you, it's going to be squeaky.
Fergie
bum
time.
But you know what? I need
Moisey
a
time.
5-0.
Moisey.
I need to. We need to destroy Brighton. We need to just
Knock it out.
exercise this demon that we have with them.
Skamaka to start.
Apparently, Antonio's going to start and Skamaka's not.
Jesus Christ,
I don't
Moyes
know.
is very.
40 million chilling on the bench.
Wow.
In it, he's so cautious.
Does he
He's,
frustrate you?
He does frustrate me incredibly.
Can you
Listen-
see a world where you would want a change of management?
Yes, I can see a world. That world does not currently exist.
Yes.
But
It's in the solar system.
it's there. Listen, if he's making wrong decisions, mate, and we're struggling at the bottom, and I see the up and coming, the on the ascendancy.
Because even
all of
Leicester
those
sacked
things.
Ranieri after winning the title, so anything can happen.
Give you 2.
But who's out there? That's the problem.
Poch.
Who is out there? Poch. Ooh, that would be an
Poch
interesting.
would be a brilliant.
You said you wanted
acquisition.
him.
I
Yeah.
said I wanted
Yeah,
him.
That was
Hey.
your wish.
He's
That'll
got
be
the
your
stench
make a
of
wish.
Spurs on him now, though.
Oh,
Could
who
that
cares?
be-
Get over it.
True,
Harry
true. They
Redknapp.
did. Listen, yeah.
They did it with Harry
Redknapp,
Redknapp. You do it to them, do it back to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
if
Get
we got
over it.
Poch,
Yeah,
and
and
Poch
then
won trophies.
Imagine.
for us.
There you go.
Oh,
Imagine
you
you
should
won
snap your hand up
imagine
for
you won a
Poch.
Carabao Cup or a FA Cup
My God, could you
at
imagine?
the expense of Tottenham before Tottenham and
No.
Conte
Yes,
won
sorry.
anything.
It's
Can you
not happening,
imagine?
is
Them pictures that you would have.
Alright, Moyes
Declan
out.
Rice, Poch.
Get him out. Get Poch in. Let's do it, mate. Just the thought of that.
Stabbing poor Moisey in the back like that.
Yeah, it's harsh,
Everything he's
that.
done for you.
Poch in a West Ham tracksuit.
Quick update from around the grounds. There's been a consolation goal for Hull away at West Brom. They're now 4-1 down. Yeovil Town with 20 minutes to go. Gimme Toure. Give me a win, if anything. Give me 3 points. 2-1 up away at Altrincham. Accrington Stanley. Who are they?
Exactly.
Thank you, Jason. In the back.
I was
Didn't
too
get that
late.
one.
I was too late. I
Come
said
on.
it. Man.
Cheers, Jason.
It's exactly.
Nice one, mate.
It's an old advert.
Yeah, it's an old advert.
Soccer AM, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they did it because of this advert from the 80s.
It was like early 90s, I think it was, wasn't
Was it Ian Rush in an advert?
Yeah, I
Accrington
think so,
Stanley.
yeah.
Who are they? Exactly. That one. MK1's 1, Accrington 1. Sheffield United, we were saying earlier that this could have been a Premier League game back in the early noughties or the mid noughties. Sheffield United 3, Blackburn 0. Blackburn top of the table. That's not a good one for them.
No, that'll be their first defeat. Maybe first time drop points as well.
Right, let's
Battering
talk
as
about
well.
the 5:30 kickoff. Just under an hour away until Arsenal go to Bournemouth and see if they can get another 3 points to continue their great start to the season. Can we get the lineups, Matty?
Got them here for you. Ready. Bournemouth, Travers and goal. Mepham, Senesi, Kelly is the back three. A midfield four of Smith, Lerma, Billing and Zamora. Tavernier and Pearson play behind. Big Kiefer Moore up top right hand for him, isn't he? Kiefer Moore.
Big time.
And Arsenal, who are obviously flying so far to start this Premier League season, they've got Ramsdale in goal. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko is the defence. Partey and Xhaka in that midfield too, with Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, the three behind Gabriel Jesus.
So Arsenal fans, let us know how you feel about that lineup. Pretty much identical to the last two. Tierney, Smith Rowe and Nketiah all on the bench. Vieira
On the bench.
on the bench as well.
Eddie Nketiah, right? He was grumbling about not starting, not getting game
In the
time.
documentary.
Yeah.
Wanting to leave.
And it's Welsh. Brennan Johnson.
versus Lampard for relegation.
If they make it that
Who will
long.
be sacked first? Huh?
Oh my
Out of the big
goodness me.
legends.
And do you know what? I have to admit,
Big trouble.
my prediction is looking decent. And there's another goal to talk about. Southampton. They've scored away at the King Power. It's now 2-1 to
imagine?
Southampton
Wow.
with 10 minutes to go. Brennan Johnson was the
Adams.
goal scorer for Nottingham Forest at Goodison, and it's Che Adams again.
Twice.
A brace.
Can you imagine?
It is a
At the King
bad day
Power.
for
Leicester.
ex-Liverpool personnel.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers and Steven Gerrard, mate.
Yep. Leicester, Everton, Villa all go down in the same match.
I'd
Can you imagine? That would be brilliant.
I'd take that bottom three.
That would be brilliant. Leicester, Everton and Villa all go down.
Do you know what? Such a crucial time to score as well. You really feel like at Goodison Park, that's their heads gone now.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Everton, the
Yeah.
fans will turn on them.
Oh, yeah.
The booing
Connor
will
Cody,
start.
what have you got
Booze.
yourself into? Why did Connor Cody make that move?
Tarkowski, what have you got yourself into? Connor Cody.
Insane. Well, Tarkowski was in Championship, to be fair.
Well,
He knows how
Bur-
to beat the
Burnley are
relegation
winning.
battle, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he was a free agent, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he
from
could have
Burnley.
he could have gone Newcastle. He could have.
Newcastle would have wanted him. Maybe that was the
They
only
were
offer
linked
on the
with him.
table.
I think you tried to sign him in January.
January we tried
Maybe
it,
that was the only offer on the table.
All right,
But,
we've had the poll in for the Liverpool-Manchester United result. 60% of you think Liverpool win.
It's not a lot.
20% United win. 20% draw.
That's not
Everton will get relegated, says ENK. Everton laughing faces from Krishna. And it is not looking good.
that's
Brennan
terrible.
Johnson, mate. I tell you what, Forest
He's
fans
better.
will be in absolute delirium
Yeah.
right now.
Brennan
This is
Johnson.
an away potential win
and they
in
haven't
the
even
Premier
played half
League.
their new players yet.
Yeah, Johnson's a threat, real pacey, tricky player. But Everton, that's shocking. That they not even score so far today, to lose that game at home, that is
is
bad.
unfair.
Because
We
we played
spoke
Forest
about
first
it.
game of the season, they were shocked and they didn't even touch the ball.
Yeah.
Like, Forest are heavily going to rely on winning games at the City Ground. That's how they're going to stay up. And if they go there to Goodison Park and beat them today,
You know what? Everyone's opinion changes about Forest after they win this game tonight, you know.
100%.
I don't know.
Seriously.
I don't know.
Everton are
6
that bad?
points,
Well, I
mate.
don't
6
think. I don't think
points
it
out
does.
of nowhere.
Everton are
Everton are
that bad.
that bad.
Everton are that bad.
Forest is
we
their
played.
second game, third game in the Prem for 25 years,
But
mate.
they're not gonna sustain this run. They're gonna go through bad. Or even Fulham, they're gonna go through hard times. But Everton, I saw them at Goodison first game of the season, and at no point we were awful. We were like average because we had a really poor preseason. At no point did I think they were gonna score. They were bringing on Dele Alli as their game changer off the bench. That's the state that they're in. Calvert-Lewin's not fit. Solomon Rondon is their only recognised striker. They're relying on like a Wobie in central midfield to pull the strings. It's dire.
But the interesting thing is, with them now conceding to Nottingham Forest, is the thing that Everton fans were confident about and happy about was their defence.
No, their defence is awful. They were leading in individual errors with us. This is how I know this. Last season, they were one of the worst teams for individual mistakes leading to goals, individual errors leading to goals. Keane, tragic signing. Keane.
Yeah, but he's on the bench now.
Yeah,
he's on the bench
they've
now.
had so many injuries as well. Godfrey's been injured. Holgate had to come on.
Yeah,
Mina
Godfrey and
is
Holgate.
There's so
fitness
many
concerns.
injuries.
But Cody and Tarkowski
Mina-
as a partnership, that's a decent solid partnership.
Mina
that.
injured as well, so they've had to bring in so that's why they've brought in now Cody. Like it's just
But
insane.
that's what I'm saying. So with these new signings they've made in defence, they was all happy with them, and now they're 1-0 down to Forest.
But yeah, I don't know. It's insane. They've got like 5 centre backs.
Unbelievable. Everton fighting to get anything out of this game now. Speaking of fighting, tonight,
Yes.
Alexander USYK versus Anthony Joshua 2, the rematch. We've got that live for you tonight. We have Expressions. We've got Freezy, who's also a boxer. We've got Robbie himself and the boxing lowdown. That's Laurie and his son. Really looking forward to that. We'll be watching that fight tonight, won't we, mate?
100%, mate.
Definitely
100%.
getting
I am
involved in that.
absolutely buzzing for this fight.
The
Can't wait
first
for it.
one was the fight of the year when it was on. Like it was incredible. The first fight, USYK, unbelievable. Just
Dominated.
Obviously coming a weight class up, but just technically so secured. And AJ just couldn't get near him. He's too quick for him. Just getting underneath him, picking his shots off him. If we're going predictions, I think USYK's going to do him again.
I think the obvious option, is USYK because
Everybody
of
went with AJ last
because
time.
of how one-sided that first
Yeah.
fight was. It just seems simple and in your face to say that USYK will repeat it again. You know, the whole thing this week has been repeat or revenge. USYK looks like he should be able to do it again, but Anthony Joshua, he's been in Saudi Arabia for a month now. He's got a new trainer.
Them stats are wrong, by the way.
He needs to go direct. He needs to be on the front foot. He needs to show aggression tonight, AJ. Because he tried, all the tactics were so horribly wrong in that first fight where he was trying to outbox one of the best boxers in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs to use his power. He needs to use his presence, his weight advantage, his athleticism. And if he does that and he does connect, then USYK will drop. So for me, I'm going to go against the grain of an USYK
It's
win.
funny because the first fight, everybody went with AJ.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm going to go Joshua on the 6th.
Joshua in the
Stoppage.
On that data there, it says 0 losses for AJ, but obviously he has lost.
yeah.
Yeah, against USYK.
Yeah,
Twice,
and
actually.
Andy
He lost to
Ruiz.
That one,
And
Ruiz
the
as well.
fat man, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise AJ was 35.
I don't even think that's right. if I'm
I
honest.
don't think that's right.
Who's put this together, by the way? Honestly, that's
Whoever's
a joke.
put that
That's
together
a
needs
joke.
to
There's
fix
no
that.
way Joshua's 35. Like,
Yeah, no way. I don't think that's right.
definitely not.
Prediction, Dan? I'm going to go with Joshua in the 7th.
He's 32, Joshua.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mate, who's put them?
Oh,
it needs
do you know what? I think they're the wrong way round.
Yeah, they might be.
Yeah,
flipped.
because look, it says nickname.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
USYK is unbeaten.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
they're flipped.
they're flipped.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around.
Yeah.
Sacked in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling that AJ will win. Everyone's expecting usage, but I don't know. I feel like AJ's learnt from the last fight. I think he's going to come in and fully serious. I think he could do it. I think it might go the distance.
Well, listen, if he wins tonight, 3-time world champion, heavyweight boxer.
Yeah.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Goal for Everton!
It's a massive goal at Gillison.
Goal for Everton. Damari Gray has pulled one back for Everton, and now they are looking to finish off on a high and maybe win the game.
That is a big
but they've
goal.
got the momentum. What a time to score it. Is there going to be enough time for them to get a winner or for Forest to do anything? Forest will take this point. Everton is just not good enough. But 88 minutes. There's a few minutes to go at Goodison. Can Everton get their first 3 points of the season?
I think Forest would be disappointed that they've let that
Couldn't
slip.
hang on. Yeah.
I
2
know
minutes
that's
to
another
go.
saying as well, but like
they'll be shell shocked right now.
it's just they work so hard. I mean, obviously we can't see it, but they've proper, gone away from home to a team that desperately need to win. They've managed to get themselves ahead late on. The game plan, if you're thinking as a coach, the game plan going into this, hold on, hold out, and then as soon as we get to the end, try and nick it. And then to concede such little time.
This is the thing. I think the momentum
disappointing.
will be with Everton now. They've got that goal.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're going to be sort of rotten on the back foot. Forest.
Sonny Carney sent off for Blackpool, violent conduct in the Championship, red card.
I wish I. to see what that was. A bit of Nunes, maybe.
More a bit of Romero on Cucurella. Unbelievable, yeah. Everton get the goal 2 minutes before the end. Of course, there's stoppage time as well, but
Somebody
to
was
round
saying
it up.
in the comments, someone was saying in the comments, I thought this was hilarious, that they should stop points in boxing and just keep punching each other until one falls.
Knockout only. Boxing used to be like.
Pretty much.
I thought that was brilliant. I
I'm
really
pretty
did.
sure, yeah. Boxing, it used to be like it used to just go on and on until someone.
That
won.
is such a.
It's not good for the
That's
brain.
not good for the brain.
No, yeah, no.
Because
very
fighters
bad.
are programmed to just never give up. They'll just keep going and going and going to the point where it's actually hospital.
Yeah,
Red card.
Fights would go on for hours.
Red card for Burnley in the Championship.
Oh,
Ian Matisse.
Ian Matson, not my boy, on loan from Chelsea. He's had a good
Violent
start to the
conduct.
season.
Another
Violent
violent
conduct.
Can you believe it?
Fulham. Wow. Fulham.
Can you believe it?
predictions
Fulham,
are
a
in the
little
mud.
mini classic down there. at
West
Craven
London
Cottage.
Yeah, what a
derby.
game.
In the West London derby, it's now Fulham 3,
Wow.
Brentford 2, and it's Mitrovic.
Oh,
Alexander
last
Mitrovic
minute.
with a last-minute winner. What a start for Fulham.
Wow.
What a
That
start
is
to
insane.
the season for
That is
Fulham.
insane. That is going to be a brilliant watch back on
Yeah.
on any highlight show that you take fancy
Yes,
to.
Nice. Well done. Well
the
done.
game, bro.
Well done.
My brain must have sent a message to you then.
What did Alex say?
yeah, amazing, bro. Incredible work.
didn't you say
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic? Was that right, Mark?
Yeah.
Was he number 45 at
He was.
Newcastle?
We signed him too young.
Adds up
Like,
to 9.
he was only 21 when we signed him. There's too much pressure on his shoulders. He was a real hothead then. Like what we're seeing with Darwin the other night. He
He's
was like that
proven-
week in, week out. He was an absolute psychopath. But
I think you'd beat him.
it was just too soon.
He's channeled it, though.
Yeah, he has. He's
Premier
done
League
well.
top scorer right now.
Yeah, he's,
That is insane. when
he
you
loves
think
it as
about
well.
Is he
loves
going to
it,
get
yeah.
another 40 something goals this season?
Golden boot, mate. Come in.
Imagine if he smashes Salah's record by like 10 goals and gives it all that. And I hear he loves a Red Bull and a cigarette as well.
He looks like he loves a Red Bull and a
does look
cigarette.
like it, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a bad guy out of like a Taken. Do you know, like the Taken
Yeah.
movies, like a
Hitman.
little
Yeah.
gangster
Yeah.
and everything. That tattoo on his neck.
Gangster.
He's probably a lovely guy. You know what I mean? There's
You
nothing
know what? I saw
wrong
an
with
interview of him this morning on Soccer AM. Other, obviously, are available broadcasters. But he came across as a really kind of chilled, nice
Cool
guy,
guy.
laughy, quite jokey.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't take himself too seriously. I like it. Right, 90. We're in the 92nd minute now at Goodison Park. Everton 1, Forest 1. It's better than a loss, I guess, if you're an Everton fan. West Brom 5,
home,
Hull
though.
2 now. Another consolation goal for Hull. At what point does it stop being a consolation goal? That's a good question. At what score there? They're 5-2 down. When
Yeah,
do you
you-
go, oh, it's not a consolation anymore?
Well,
Third
yeah, I
one?
mean 5-1. Yeah, that's got to be.
You're
innit?
kind of a bit wary if you've conceded 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
If
think
you're
that's
5-0
the point.
up.
It's yeah.
I think we might have the forfeit from Matty. Are we doing that today?
What?
Is
Last season's forfeit. No, that was last season.
I guess
It's
it
a
gets
new
pulled
season
over.
now, man. It's a new series.
Nah, listen, you can't.
That character died last year. You know, it's a new series now.
To be fair, it was a sponsor that we didn't. we
Exactly,
haven't used
yeah.
anymore.
So
But I still think it's
no
important that we do
obligations.
something.
Oh, so you're not doing it?
We're going to start off again, surely.
You can't cop out on the subscribe.
Okay.
Hey, Oppa!
So-
Come
Oh,
Oh, you
on.
can do them
look at me.
easy.
Come on.
They're easy, mate.
So red chili. To be fair, mate, it says medium.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? We'll do it together.
I kind of touch
We'll do it
them, I
together.
mean, it's COVID. I mean, it's people been touching them. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'll feed you. Then.
There's another one in the bag. We'll do it together. Lateness is
Are you gonna
greatness
do it, bro,
versus
Alright.
whatever your one's for.
and you can do you're the guest, Dan, so you can do the. green one
Wait,
as well.
how did I get
Ah,
pulled
it's part of
into
the fun,
this?
man.
Come on, man, join us.
Members in the chat.
We know
you
you're a
what I mean?
hothead.
I'm
Come
the
on.
host, so-
He's the host. He's got to speak.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
I've got
You better
commentating
see the show out because there ain't nobody else talking after this.
Wait a minute,
Why have I
I've
got
got
the biggest one?
hottest one.
What is
chose
this?
it, bro.
Is this what is this?
I
Is this
dunno.
medium?
Show me these. Let me see this package.
Listen, it says hottest chilies in the world.
Hot chilies in the
Don't
world.
worry about it.
Habanero triple
Off
strength.
the scale, bro.
All right, what are we doing? Are we eating the whole thing or
Wait,
just
the
taking a
green
bite?
one. The green one. You're supposed to eat
Nah,
the green
nah,
one.
nah, nah,
The
nah.
green one's the hottest one.
Oh, you nicked it. Too late, mate. He's giving you the old year 6 trick there, man.
I took the lightest one.
that's a flipping bell pepper. Man. That's
beautiful.
nothing.
What
is going
Alright, come on, let's go. Three,
I'll commentate.
2.
Get it down
One.
here, all of you, son. The whole thing.
Oh, bullshit.
The whole thing. Get it down, you son.
What?
Oh,
There you go.
but where's the milkman? Right. Not the milkman, but where's the milkman?
All women.
I'm going to show you, how we deal with chilies.
Oh, let's hear him say that in a minute.
Look at this.
Wait there, you turn the same colour as that D.
Look at the strength.
You need to eat that, son.
Look at my arms!
Get it down, yeah.
Oh, this is.
It's hot. Mine's actually, yeah.
Mine's really hot, actually.
Get the rest down.
That is
bro.
not-
What do you mean the rest? You got
Hey, what is that? Look at these two.
Look how big mine
Come on, bro.
was.
You both got to finish that. You've both got to finish
Nah,
that.
bro, that's not medium. Like,
I mean,
no way.
leave
That's not medium, bro. Mine was huge. I've eaten half of it.
Go on, one
Yeah,
more
but
bite
yours
each.
is the
One more bite
weakest
each.
one.
One more
I don't
bite
think
each
it is,
from you
mate.
two.
It is?
One more bite each. Go on, one more bite.
What does
That's
that
not
say
medium,
on the
like,
screen
no
there?
for-
Come on, the
Green
comments are loving it. Dan's going to turn claret, says Adam222. Oh, I can feel it. I can actually feel the spice in the air. There's some sweat coming off of your
There is.
face. Matty Renton
But-
is drawing for the water. So is Matisse.
No water for
The water
me.
doesn't help, man.
By the way, it's full time in all the games in the Premier League. Just if you weren't aware. One more bite each, boys.
See,
One more
look.
bite each, boys.
This is it. This is West Ham
mine.
fans, right? This is
it's
this is
not.
West
No,
Ham,
it's
right?
Or Newcastle.
Mate, you don't. Your nose is sweating right now, boy. I don't know if the
nose
camera
is
can pick that up.
Yeah, but look at this. I had no swig of water.
Doesn't
I'm
help.
here.
It makes it worse, if anything.
Look at these lot. They didn't even eat their
You're
whole
sweating
chili.
now, bro.
I'm not a fan.
Do
Listen,
you know what? You deserve it. For having the forfeit last so long and getting away with it, you deserve it. Have some of that. Yeah? Hold that. Oh my God, Yeovil have conceded in the last minute. Again. Every week, man. Oh, every single week Yeovil concede in the last minute. Anyway, 2-2 against Altrincham. Crystal Palace 3, Aston Villa 1, Fulham 3, Brentford 2. What a result that is for them whites in Southwest London. Not those guys. The actual, that's their nickname, isn't it? Not just white people.
I think I've had the hot
They're
ones.
called the whites, aren't they? Fulham.
I don't know.
Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Leicester 1, Southampton 2. An awful day at the office for Aston Villa and Leicester. That was another cliche, an awful day at the office.
just eat the rest.
No, I'm
man.
not touching the rest of that.
You
No
gave it the
chance.
big man one, putting half in.
I tell you what. I tell you what.
Sausage.
If you don't win the predictions, then you eat the rest. Yeah. Or if you,
Oh, that's a great... Dan, spud me on that.
And if you don't, what then?
I already
If you
eat all
don't, then
mine.
you've got to eat that.
I've ate the hot. Well, I didn't eat these half.
No, we'll
bitten
get a
chili.
knife and we'll cut
yeah,
it, and
we'll
then
get a
and then
knife.
you
Can
can
we
eat
get
the
a
rest
knife
of
on
it. Yeah, can we
standby,
get a knife
please?
on standby so we can cut that?
Wait, hold the phone.
No, listen, I'm the host now. This is your debut on the show.
You wanted
It's
to
my
talk,
rules,
then
buddy.
let's talk.
I ate the hottest chili.
How
yeah?
do you know that was the hottest?
Everyone knows the small green ones are the hottest. It
Myth.
even says
Myth.
on the board.
Myth.
Myth. This one was really hot.
You
Struggling,
took a
innit?
little.
Where's the rest of
My
it?
tongue's on fire, man.
My whole
Scramble it,
gum.
man.
My
Scramble it
gum.
all.
He didn't. He didn't.
No,
You didn't eat the rest of it. You
Where's
dashed
the
it.
other half?
You've dashed it. He's dashed it somewhere. He didn't eat that. I know that's on the floor somewhere.
My tongue's on fire, man.
He didn't eat the rest of it though.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. Whoever loses the predictions out of you and you, because he's eating his whole one,
Wait, no, he hasn't.
right?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't.
Don't let him lie to
I
you.
see it.
Don't let him lie to you. Yeah, fucking lie. Because otherwise he would have had a second coming.
That should be a forfeit in
Oh
itself.
All right, listen.
And you should be involved in this as well. You should have to eat that. You should have to eat.
Where's
We should-
where's
if you
AGT?
lose,
Actually,
I'm the host.
Jason, get chilies
host.
out.
I am
you're
the
not,
host,
you're
I'm
not
the host.
hosting after this because we're done. So there's no
listen,
excuse.
Here's what's going to happen, right? If you win the predictions, he has to eat the rest of that. If you win the predictions, we'll cut off a tiny bit and you've got to eat the rest of that. That's just the rules. And what's you proposed it, so it was
All
what we
right,
did.
whatever. All
Right, so the predictions are in. The full-time whistle has been blown, right? Crystal Palace, Villa. Matisse went for 2-1 to Villa.
Did I?
So did you, Dan, as
didn't.
well.
What?
actually, mate.
No way. No way.
2-1 Crystal Palace. So you both...
I said 2-1 Palace. He said 2-1 Villa. You said.
2-1 Palace.
No,
both
you've
of them.
both got that. You've both got that.
I've got 2-1 Palace.
Yeah.
Read it properly.
You said 2-1.
Oh, shit.
2-1
Sorry,
Villa.
bro. My bad.
I would never go for
My
Villa. Why would I go for Villa?
I went 2-1 Villa, so I'm glad I
You
won
went
it.
2-1 Villa. Gerard,
Every single one
Everyone
of
went
you
2-1.
went
Yeah, everyone
2-1
else
to
went
Palace,
Palace.
but it was 3-1. So you get 1 point for that. You get 2 points if it's a correct score. But you both won that one, so it's 1-1, right? Everton Forest. As Matisse, we need some more water.
Oh,
Need milk.
Everton Forest. Matisse went for Everton 2, Forest 1.
Did I?
Dan went for Everton 2, Forest 0.
You're reading now. That's me, man.
Oh, what am I doing, mate?
M-A-H. You wrote
I know, mate. No, I didn't write this.
Oh.
James did.
I got this.
So, hang on. Matisse said
Matty.
Everton 2, Forest 1. So that's Matt. Sorry, Matisse said 1-0. You said 1-0, yeah? So you're
What did he say for the
Dan
Palace?
said 2-0, so
Palace
he's
said
ahead of
2-1,
you.
look.
4 points
Not reading them right.
2-1.
to 1.
Yeah.
2 actually.
Wait, how
4
did he get
points to 2. No, it's
He
not.
got the.
I got Palace was 2-1.
Yeah.
That's 1 point.
Yep.
And
You got 3 points now.
yeah.
So you got that one bang
2
on.
Points. Yeah, that's bang on.
Bang on. 3
I
points
knew I
to
got
1.
that bang on as well.
I actually said it'd be 1-0 to Forest. I wasn't even
Yeah, I knew I
far
got
off.
that bang on.
I said 2-1.
Fulham Brentford.
Backing Everton to win.
Matty Renton said 1-0, which it wasn't.
Nearly
I
all.
said 2-2, which it almost was. Matisse said 2-1 Fulham, so you get 1 point for that. And Dan said 1-0. Oh. So I
the
think-
knife
Be at your own mercy,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
friend.
Hold that! Hold that!
Wait, we got
So
one more.
Leicester. Matty Renton said it would have 2-0 to Leicester. That was a poor one from you, bro.
Done good and we come back.
I
yeah, like.
said 1-0, which almost was. Matisse said 2-1 to Leicester. And Dan said 3-0 to Leicester. So the winner is Matisse. Right, can we get a knife in
We need
here
a
just
knife.
for health and
And
safety?
I'm going to chop the smallest bit off there to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that...
He's literally cut
Hey,
the teeth marks
you
off,
ate
that's
the
it.
smallest bit. You took a tiny
Can we
little
get something
bite.
to cut this bit of chili, please? This pepper.
Very important.
There's no way I'm doing the chili. It's just not happening. Can't be that hard, guys, says Ruben. It was quite hard for me to understand that. Sorry, mate.
I'm so glad you challenged me as well, because I knew I had a correct score.
We should have done something else. We need to
What can we use
decide.
to cut this? Have we not got a knife anywhere?
Oh, that's a
Give me that
shame.
pepper.
What the hell? Is that even sanitary?
Nah, probably not. Have we got some cutlery? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So Dan, it's been great having you on your first Saturday
Yeah,
football
it's
show, mate.
amazing.
Hopefully you come on a lot more times. But today,
Excuse me. The bottom part is still bitten. You didn't cut. You cut like the top bit, but your mouth still touched the bottom part. I need a decent way
pepper
away
is
from
quite
lip
hard to
space.
clean out of a wooden table as well, by the way. So good luck to whoever's cleaning that, because he's put the knife very into the. There you go then. This is the forfeit. Dan,
All in one as well.
all in one, mate. The whole thing, please. Get the
Just
water
give it a
ready.
little wash.
I can still feel the heat, man.
My
wash,
nose is
wash.
still running, man.
Right, let me show these weaklings how it's done. Right, let me
Do
show
what,
you how
before
we
you
do
do
it at
that,
West Ham.
irons and all that.
Yeah.
Before you do that, what spice curry do you normally get?
I usually get Vindaloo.
That is very
Big
spicy,
man
to
thing,
be
yeah.
fair.
Wow.
Vindaloo
Second
is
basis you can get.
You're a
second
spice
to that.
person.
I'm more of a
Nah,
jalfrezi
spice.
man myself.
See, I like a Madras, but mixed in,
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
chewing the thing off.
No, I am a spice man.
Yeah,
So
you're a spice. Anyway, off
Spice
you go.
boy.
I'm gonna prove it.
Spice boy. Spice head. Spice addict.
He just eats
Don't wanna
these
be
for
a
fun,
spice.
doesn't he?
Now. It's very juicy.
I'm very interested to see.
It's like an apple for you.
comparison. I'm very interested to see the comparison. Because
Right.
you had the green one.
We're
now
going to
you
stay
had
on
this
for about 5 more minutes more, and I want
To
to
hopefully see him sweat.
So
and be
far-
sick and
It's not as.
Oh,
Short on your own words there, son.
flip that up.
Yeah, hold that, blood.
He's got sweat patches on his.
I told you. I told you. I'm telling you, this one's really hot.
Oh,
it's really hot.
unbelievable. Great
juicy,
crack.
Yeah, it's juicier,
Great
but that's
crack.
not a good thing.
But I don't know. It hit the back of my throat a sec. but
Yeah.
I feel like the green one's hot.
I chewed it on one side like an idiot, and it's not balanced out.
Oh, thanks for the tip.
Means
Yeah,
just
balance
right on,
out.
right on the top.
Yeah, because otherwise
Is
you're
it?
gonna.
Have you, come on, it's not down yet.
It's not down yet.
How you feeling?
I think the green one's hotter, but
Your eyes are watering up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
more.
tingling a bit on the lips and the tongue.
Get serious tingles on the tongue,
I'm
like.
still chewing it.
Whilst he sweats and whilst the teams come
Who
out
wants
here
it
for the
now?
game at Bournemouth. Predictions, Matisse, for the Bournemouth Arsenal game?
I had a 2-1 Arsenal win, but I do think
He's struggling now.
Alright, it's down.
Which
it's
one's
down.
hotter, sorry? Green or? Yeah, thought so. Green, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sitting there crying like you two were when you bit
what?
your little bite that you took.
I want to save some for you.
That's real West Ham strength. How we deal with things in East. Yeah.
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 You put some points on the table.
Get
We might
that in
believe
your
you.
pie mash.
Yeah. Listen, I get the chili vinegar when I have pie mash. I
So
always
you
get
don't
chili
have
vinegar.
what all the hammers normally go for. The what is it? Jelly deals.
Jelly deals, nah. No one really gets jelly deals.
That's just an old wives' tale. That
Yeah.
all EastEnders get that, innit?
Yeah, not really.
No, they don't.
You would not
Rubbish.
get that. It's disgusting.
Don't even know what that is.
But pie mash,
Yeah.
chili vinegar. Yeah. That's
Chili
what it is.
So
vinegar.
you might, he's a spice man.
Yeah, he's a
He's
spice
loves
man,
it.
so you can
Yeah,
handle
right?
this. This
Loves
is
it.
normal, Tim. This is
When
normal.
you go Nando's, what'd you get?
Always extra. I use the black bottle. The
black
extra hot.
Double X, yeah?
Double X.
Double XL.
Double X hot.
And does that tickle your fancy? Does that do the job?
Touch the sides?
Yeah, you know, it gives you a bit of...
Ring sting?
Gets a bit of...
Not pleasant next morning.
It's all...
Anyway, can we get the toilet ready for Dan? Because I do think he's sweating on his t-shirt.
Listen, I've ate some hot stuff. Regret, 12 million Scovilles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Habanero pepper, are you onto that one? The
Yeah.
Ghost Naga chili.
Yeah,
That's a big
Carolina
one.
Reaper. I've had the one chip challenge. I've done the one chip challenge. That was painful.
All right, well, to be fair to him, boys, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he
about
knows his stuff.
Experience,
Yeah.
bro,
that.
yeah.
The
Got
main
need to get on
Anon
it.
says Dan is rabbit and 8 Mile. He's choking. Hit the back of my throat, Vico E with a confused face when he said that. Tim Moore says, this would be light work for me. I can handle my spices.
Okay.
Okay, Indians have the real spice. I've got to admit,
Yeah, of course.
they have spice. And do you know what? The Moroccans as well. The spice markets out there,
Yeah.
different levels, mate. I can't take that. That's why I'm not doing
I
it.
like my food to hurt a bit, you know what I mean? I like a bit of... Yeah. Go on. It's got not like that.
to me. Up the irons.
Oh my god.
Right, that was a flipping great show, boys.
Yeah.
Great.
It
Flew
really
over.
was. It
Flew
flew.
over.
It's what was it? About 2.5 hours we've been on. You've seen the scores in the Premier League. We've told you those as well. Don't forget, we've got a massive watch along for the big fight tonight. Alexander Usyk versus AJ Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. I'm surprised you weren't out there, lad.
I did get an invite, but I chose to come here instead, lads.
We appreciate that.
I
We-
mean, that's
we-
what I'm
we
doing.
love that.
did
Where's
this.
the loyalty? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
no,
where
honestly,
it
it's
is.
been great to have you on, bro. Obviously, when can we see you back on the Saturday football show?
Next Saturday as well, mate.
You on next
Oh,
Saturday?
back-to-back
I'm
weeks.
actually off next
Ah,
Saturday, bro.
jeez.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going Anfield to watch Bournemouth. so,
Fair enough.
I'm actually not on.
I'll
so-
sit in the hot seat and make sure we don't plug any other.
Well, it's going to
Yeah.
be you
We
two
don't,
in
we
the-
don't
in the
plug
hot
any
seats
other
next
companies.
week.
Don't
There
worry.
you go. Right, Dan, pleasure to have you on, mate. It really was. Round of applause.
Well done, mate.
Everyone gets a round of applause on their debut.
Oh, everyone. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
they
feel
do.
special
But
now.
your debut is very special, I must
Apart
say.
from that
With
Leeds
this,
family, I
with
don't-
this pepper challenge is impressive. Toby was on
big
last
up
week
to-
for his debuts as well, and
And he was late.
I did
so
better
he
than
def-
Tobes, innit?
I will put it on the table now. You were way better than Tobes.
I'm gonna,
You can
I'm
send
gonna
him
hold
this
on
clip.
to that.
Yeah,
I'll
so you
send
have
him
to
that.
be
send him
late.
that clip.
And hold that.
Lateness is greatness. You're allowed to get away with being late.
Thank
Don't
you,
worry,
thank
man.
you.
It's cool. Right, Matty Renton, the Magpie channel.
Nice one, bro.
Massive things coming for your channel. Just hit 5 million views on YouTube as
Yeah,
well.
man. Yeah.
Amazing, bro. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you as well. You're killing it outside of DR as well.
Yeah,
Cop
yeah.
TV just hit 25k as well this morning. When I woke up this
Jeez.
morning, you know,
Nice.
those years and the hours, you guys know so much. The
Long.
years, and you as well, bro. The years and hours
Yes. We're on our road to
Sleepless
70k, I think.
of
Yeah.
beautiful,
Is it?
bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
class, man.
Yeah, we're about 6,000 away, but we call it on the road to 70.
Well, the
listen,
road is there.
All
Same,
doing
man.
big bits outside of DR, but when we come together on DR, we're doing even bigger bits. So
Exactly.
we love to see it. Don't forget, Arsenal about to play Bournemouth. If you're an Arsenal fan, head over to AFTV and watch along there. But until next Saturday, well, I won't be back for 2 weeks. These guys will be taking over from me next week. But until then, it's been a great show. Thank you so much for getting involved. The comments have been off the chart today, especially the football phrases. Keep them coming.
Brilliant.
It's been beautiful. It's been emotional. It's been the Saturday Football Show. Take care.
It's going to be tough. Usyk, top fighter, man. A master boxer. Yeah, last time he took him, you know, I thought he was brilliant last time. But
Nearly had AJ out in that 12th round.
hold on.
Bruh, was he going to take on the winner?
Why are you late this time? You live right across the road. How come you be late? I slipped on the rain, innit? Oh, you slipped on the... Yeah.
What gloves thing?
At last!
The rain.
Invincible.
The Rain, Invincibles, Troy Deeney's a cheat, Mope, Billy Sharp, Phil Brown.